7 on Fox 18.
That's a pretty good game.
Major League Baseball Productions presents
what a play!
This Week in Baseball, your inside access to the game.
Swung at it, built it!
Oh my God, this one is over.
We're off to Texas this week, where the Rangers almost won it all last season. Thanks in part to a right-handed flamethrower named Alexi Ogando. But just getting Alexi into a big league uniform proved to be an epic challenge.
He was one of 30 minor league players who were convinced by a group of people in the Dominican to say that they either were married or were going to get married.
Se le acerca y le plantean cosas como esa, de casarse con mujeres para darle visa y darle un poco de dinero.
I mean, they didn't know what visa fraud was. They didn't think they were doing anything wrong.
Although it may seem harmless, marriage for hire is illegal and a potentially dangerous way to obtain a visa, a document that grants permission to enter another country.
The U.S. government, I think, saw what was going on. They started to deny visas to all those players.
Me cancelaron la visa, que duré 5 años en Dominicana sin poder viajar aquí a Estados Unidos. Eso fue el tropiezo más grande que tuve yo en mi vida, que por poco pierdo mi carrera.
There was really, very, very little in the way of leniency for people that broke this particular law. So it was challenging to kind of get around that.
Alexi and Omar Beltre, another Rangers prospect caught up in the ruse, now had to convince the government that it was an innocent mistake and to give them another chance to enter the United States.
They showed remorse. They showed that they've learned from the experience. Even before I took on their representation, they were out there making sure that this did not happen to any other kids in the Dominican Republic.
Yo he hablado mucho allá en Dominicana sobre eso. He ido a la academia más de los jovencitos, allá en la liga de verano, dándole charla para que no cometan esa estupidez.
We made a PR campaign around the truth and what he was doing and basically showed the government that they were pawns in a bigger picture.
The players' perseverance finally paid off when in February of 2010, Alexi and Omar were granted visas and were allowed to attend spring training camp in Arizona.
Ese viaje me hizo fuerte porque en el camino aprendí mucho. Bueno, los Rangers significa para mí como una familia, porque el apoyo que ellos nos dieron es para nunca olvidarlo.
Just seeing the reactions of Alexi and their body language and the hugs and the tears, it was just truly an unreal feeling that for those guys and their families, they're gonna finally get a chance to go out and get another opportunity to do what they love doing.
After 5 years of unwavering support for Alexi, the Rangers finally got to see Ogando on a major league mound. And he quickly became a key element in fortifying their bullpen.
The bullpen was big for us all last year. It was really when Ogando came in and added that extra power arm and a guy that Wash could use to get a big punch out.
0-2 pitch, got him, just blew him away at 97.
He was basically unhittable.
Alexi played a role in leading the Rangers to the World Series in 2010. This year, he was granted yet another kind of visa, one that allowed him to move from the bullpen to the starting rotation.
Es diferente de ser abridor. Lo único que hice fue trabajar fuerte día a día con mi trainer, que ya sabía que son innings extra que venían, y eso me preparé muy bien para eso.
Over to Alexi, who makes the final put out of the game.
And Alexi embraced his new role with a passion, opening the season with 7 straight wins. Although he struggled a bit lately, it's clear that Ogando is intent on making the most of the chance that almost eluded him.
Every time I see Alexi now, you see the elation. You see the fact that he is thrilled to be in the major leagues and counts his blessings for where he is and what he's doing at this point.
This Week in Baseball is brought to you by Pepsi Max.
Minnesota. Be right back.
Santa, my man.
Making a Pepsi.
Pepsi?
Yeah, Pepsi.
But Mr. Claus, I thought you had to deal with, you know.
I'm on vacation. Want to have a little fun.
Summertime is Pepsi time. Naughty.
Nice. Now we're hitting the road with the Pro Glide Challenge. Yo, my friend, come on down here. What do you think about that Pro Glide?
Yeah, this is great. Feels good on my sensitive skin.
I don't feel like I'm shaving.
Fusion Pro Glide is engineered with Gillette's thinnest blades ever.
It feels like it's doing the work for me.
So it glides for less tug and pull.
It was smooth.
This was fantastic. I'm having way too much fun with this razor.
Turn shaving into gliding with Fusion Pro Glide.
I'm a believer.
He is a believer! Yeah! Gillette Fusion Pro Glide.
Welcome to paradise.
Come on!
As you've seen with Alexi Ogando, the Rangers have an eye for good young talent, which is why a pair of University of Georgia teammates piqued their interest.
You want every kid to be like Zack and Jonathan Taylor. Great teammates, great role models, 3 years, best of friends.
Zack for us is maybe the best athlete in college baseball who has a chance to, to steal bases, defend in center, hit with power, really a five-tool type player.
Jonathan was on our follow list as a really interesting athlete, kind of a two-way guy that could really defend.
This one's hit out to left. JT coming on. He'll make the catch.
But in March of this year, a month into their junior season, the lives of Zack and JT were drastically altered when they both tried to make a catch.
The way JT and Zack approached every ball game, if it was in their area, they were going to go get it and make the play.
But in their effort to make this play, the two friends and teammates had a horrific collision in left center field. And for the longest time, they laid prone on the ground.
Just a terrible, terrible collision. It's hoping, something that you never see again, that's for sure.
Zack Cohn did get up, but his teammate was not so fortunate. And after reaching the hospital, it was determined that JT was now paralyzed.
That's one of your best friends, like your brother, It was tough, but I talked to him the night of the injury in the hospital, and he made it seem like I'm not dying, so everything's gonna be all right.
JT maintained that state of mind after being transferred to a rehab facility to begin his long road to recovery.
Jonathan handled it head on and said he was going to attack this, he was going to get better, and I think we fed off of that.
With JT always on their mind, the Bulldogs reached the NCAA Regional Final. But the memory of the accident weighed heavily on Zack.
Well, I think emotionally it affected him from that point forward. And so his numbers were down a little bit this year. But I think the Texas Rangers realized that.
With the 37th selection of the 2011 first-year player draft, the Texas Rangers select Zack Cohn, an outfielder from University of Georgia.
The Rangers looked past Zack's final year stats and focused instead on his potential.
We want to try to find impact players, and our feeling was if Zack puts his abilities together with his makeup and his aptitude, he's got a chance to be a good player.
But Texas had seen the same qualities in JT, and what they did next spoke volumes.
Jonathan Taylor was a guy we were very interested in even before the accident. I brought this to the attention of our scouting director and told him, I said, hey, this guy deserves to be drafted. I think it'll lift his spirits.
And when the Rangers made JT their pick in the 33rd round, it did just that.
He thought I was joking. He thought I was pulling his leg. When I called him, I was the first one that got to him, and he didn't believe me.
Coach first called me and was like, congratulations. He got drafted by the Texas Rangers. Like, you're kidding me, right? He's like, nah, you got all over TV and everything. I thought, oh, this is crazy.
I went and saw him that night, and, he's biggest smile on his face, like as always.
Those smiles got even brighter when JT and Zack were introduced to the media and fans.
We want high character, high makeup players that have talent, and we feel we got that here today.
Then it was off to the clubhouse to meet some of the current Rangers.
Good to see you. Good spirits?
What's up, man? What's up, man? How you doing? Nice to meet you, man. Always. Nice to meet you. What's up, guys?
Zack.
Doing good?
Nice to meet you.
I didn't really know much about the organization, but I mean, after what they did for JT and, you know, just get the privilege to be with them is really exciting.
You seem to be in good spirits?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Gotta be.
Thank the Texas Rangers, you know, for what they did for me. You know, it's a lot of respect for me. They seem more than just a player in me. Really thankful for what they did.
And the fact that it was the team that drafted his good friend Zack Cohn, those guys, they've been teammates for a long time, and they're still going to be teammates now being with the Rangers.
And now, here's Twibia. Through his first 12 starts this year, Alexi Ogando recorded a 2.10 earned run average. We asked John Daniels which Texas Ranger right-hander holds the mark for the lowest ERA in a full season. Bert Blyleven, Fergie Jenkins, Nolan Ryan, or Bobby Witt. John?
I will say Fergie Jenkins.
Nope. It's 2011 Hall of Famer Bert Blyleven with a 2.72 ERA in 1977.
Like I said, Bert Blyleven.
Next up, Holiday Inn presents Winning Road Trips, where we salute the teams and players that come up big away from home. The Mets had a grand time in Detroit this week.
It's out of here! A grand slam for Jason Bay!
And they enjoyed their first grand slam since 2009 so much, they hit another.
It's out of here! Beltran with a grand slam! Can you believe that? The Mets go nearly 2 years without a grand slam, and now they hit them in back-to-back innings.
At home in the Polo Grounds, Giant left-hander Carl Hubble let the first two batters reach base in the 1934 All-Star Game. Up next was a trio as formidable as any ever assembled in a baseball lineup. Ruth, Gehrig, and Fox. Hubble struck all three out.
He strikes out Babe Ruth.
What I tried to do was to strike Ruth out. He's the only one I was really trying to strike out.
And when he returned to the mound in the second, Hubble fanned the next two hitters, Al Simmons and Joe Cronin, making it 5 future Hall of Famers in all.
Was Hubble's feat the greatest moment in All-Star Game history? Cast your vote at MLB.com/moments and watch the All-Star Game July 12th on Fox.
I like your messy hair. I like the clothes you wear. I like the way you sing. And when you dance with me, you always make.
We believe you're at your best when you can relax and be yourself. And at thousands of newly refreshed Holiday Inn hotels, you always can. Holiday Inn. Stay you. And now stay rewarded with vacation pay. Stay 2 weekend nights and get a $75 prepaid card.
There are some baseball moments you just never forget.
We have a big 3-2 pitch coming here. Swings and a fly ball to deep right field. This is going to be a home run. Unbelievable.
Chevrolet is proud to be the official vehicle of Major League Baseball and equally proud to support these great baseball moments and the ones still to come.
Bro, where's your car?
It's okay. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Oh, hey, Jake.
My car got jacked.
I got it.
Ladies, guess you're walking. You got those figures for me yet?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there with an intern.
Nice work.
Casual Wednesdays!
Oh, what?
State Farm agents help you get to a better state.
The throw home. Safe! And the Red Sox win it. Back. That ball is gone.
Can you imagine the game played on anything less than the most beautiful grass you've ever seen?
And that's your ball game.
Neither can we. Scott's, official lawn care company of Major League Baseball.
The Yankees take on the Mets in the Subway Series. Fox Saturday Baseball, telecast presented by AT&T. Today.
We now return to Twib. where this week on Pepsi Max Presents, we're once again off to the MLB Fan Cave, a high-tech, interactive hardball haven. Home to resident caveman Mike O'Hara, also known as Mikey O.
What am I most enthusiastic about these days? Baseball!
And Ryan Thickish Wagner, his wingman and new best friend.
I love you.
Okay. I love you too.
Together, they've watched every MLB game this year, more than 1,000 and counting. In addition, more than 70 celebrities and big league players have stopped by the cave to visit.
That's how I roll.
Including Miss USA. This week on MLB Fan Cave Chat, host Mikey O challenged Ken Rosenthal and Tim McCarver.
You're both GMs right now, all right? I've just made you the GM of Team X. What two players playing today do you start your franchise with?
Roy Halladay.
That's going to get him.
And Jose Reyes.
Second triple of the night for Jose Reyes.
I'll go with Halladay, too. It's impossible not to pick him.
The doc is pretty good.
And I'll go with Tulowitzki.
Can he do it again? No problem.
No bias here. Robinson Cano. Derek Jeter.
Who do you root for again?
Huh?
I can't.
The Baltimore Orioles.
That's right.
You're both very well-dressed guys, and obviously in your line of work, it helps to be the sharp-dressed man. But you wear the bow tie. You probably know how to tie one pretty cleanly, yeah?
We'll try.
So if you would be so kind as to assist me in learning to do the bow tie, and then we have our own Mike, the bow tie Boji, who's going to help Mr. McCarver here with his.
Mike, you're actually looking pretty good.
Do I look okay?
I actually look okay.
Sure. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next time on Cave Chat.
Gillette now presents the Rookie of the Month, honoring the league's top rookies throughout the season.
Welcome to the show!
Washington rookie Danny Espinosa is making his mark as a home run machine.
And he hits one well to left center. Gone! The swing and a high fly ball. Deep to right. Going. Goodbye! Look at the Nationals dugout, and Espinosa arrives.
This Week in Baseball is brought to you by Pepsi Max.
Gotta go get a soda. Be right back.
Santa, my man.
Making a Pepsi.
Pepsi?
Yeah, Pepsi.
But Mr. Claus, I thought you had to deal with,
I'm on vacation. I want to have a little fun.
Summertime is Pepsi time.
Naughty.
Nice.
Ooh. Better luck next time, guy.
I got it, daughter. I'll give you a shot. That's right, baby.
Sorry, pal. We're closed.
Felix Hernandez, a man with an epic arm.
Get ready to get sweaty.
Here we go.
Because the summer fun has just begun.
Everyone, take legal.
It's animation dominations. Summer sizzlation.
Funny words are funny.
Oh, it's even more stupid than you could possibly imagine.
It all starts Sunday at 7, 6 Central on Fox.
Want to win tickets to a River Bandits game? Fox 18 presents Rascals Run and your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets. Watch Fox 18 between 5 and 7 for Rascal running across the bottom of your screen. When you see him, log on to KLJB.com and be the first to tell us. 5 winners before the start of each homestand will win. The contest runs through the regular season, so there are plenty of chances for you to win. Brought to you by the River Bandits and Fox 18.
To play baseball right, you've got to execute the fundamentals of the game.
Fundamentals, youngsters. Keep working at it.
And who better to learn from than the experts at MLB Network with this week's Diamond Demo. If you're a runner on first base, Harold Reynolds has a tip on what to look for when there's a right-handed pitcher on the mound.
I want to give you one simple key that's going to help you maybe avoid being picked off. Most right-handed pitchers, and I would venture to say almost all, when they have their hands in movement like this, it's when they're going to be the quickest with their feet.
Ooh, he got it at first base.
If it comes set Now the feet slow down with the hands.
Here comes the throw, not in time.
So anytime the hands are up here, look out. They're coming over with a quick move.
Aviles is picked off to end the inning.
That is today's Diamond Demo.
Alexi Ogando's success as a pitcher for the Rangers is quite a story.
Got him, just blew him away at 97.
After all, before he threw his first strike in Texas, he was signed by Oakland in 2002 as an outfielder.
As soon as he came over to the Texas organization, they got him on the mound and said, "We want you to throw." And he looked at him like going, "Are you kidding me?"
You know, you see that tall, lanky body, and you see a guy with, plus type arm, and you always dream about what it may look like on the mound.
About 4 or 5 pitches into a session, they said, "This guy's a pitcher." Now you're a pitcher.
Ability to throw strikes, ability to throw hard, ability to spin the ball. He had that from day one.
Alexi Ogando has been a find for the Rangers in that rotation.
He economizes his pitches. He's got a good mix. He throws strikes, and he competes.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
When you draft an outfielder in the Rule 5, you would never expect them that they're going to be an all-star caliber pitcher, that's for sure. But our scouting department, really believed in this guy and thought he could do some things, so you really got to tip your hat to the scouting department on this one.
And if you thought that Ogando was the first converted pitcher discovered by scout Don Welke, well, you'd be wrong.
I drafted a guy named Dave Stieb out of Southern Illinois University in 1978. He had a loose, free, easy arm, definitely has a pitcher's body. It was a pretty easy transition.
Well, I just applied everything that was taught to me, and I learned a lot through experience, too.
There's no doubt Dave Stieb, for years, had some of the best stuff in the American League. Tremendous, tremendous slider. Good velocity and movement on the fastball.
Uncanny control of that breaking pitch all night.
And so close, numerous times, to a no-hitter. I saw, a game in Cleveland where a routine ground ball took a bad hop.
It took a bad hop. It went over Manny Lee's head into right center for a base hit.
We faced him in Toronto one time where I think he had 26 up, 26 down, and Roberto Kelly broke it up 2 outs in the 9th with a double.
Incredibly, over a 2-year span, Dave lost 3 no-hitters with 1 out to go.
So for the 4th time, he takes it to this stage. 2 out in the 9th inning for the 2nd time here in Cleveland. He has got a no-hitter for Dave Stieb. The long frustration is finally over.
Felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders because everybody expected it after all those close calls. So it was nice that no-hitter dream finally came true.
There certainly isn't a more deserving pitcher to finally get the no-hitter.
Dave Stieb went all out, and so can you for your community. For more information, log on to ChevyBaseball.com.
This one's going to do it. She is out of here.
Our State Farm Big League Blast this week was delivered by Evan Longoria, who brought the game to a sudden end.
And there's a shot hit deep to left. And gone. A walk-off homer off the bat of Evan Longoria.
Evan Longoria, big swing, ball game.
This Week in Baseball is brought to you by Pepsi Max.
Gotta go get a soda. Be right back.
Santa, my man.
Making a Pepsi.
Pepsi?
Yeah, Pepsi.
But Mr. Claus, I thought you had to deal with,
I'm on vacation. Want to have a little fun.
Summertime is Pepsi time.
Naughty.
Nice. Now we're hitting the road with the Pro Glide Challenge.
Yo, my friend, come on down here. What do you think about that Pro Glide?
Yeah, this is great. Feels good on my sensitive skin.
I don't feel like I'm shaving.
Fusion Pro Glide is engineered with Gillette's thinnest blades ever.
It feels like it's doing the work for me.
So it glides for less tug and pull.
It was smooth.
This was fantastic. I'm having way too much fun with this razor.
Turn shaving into gliding with Fusion Pro Glide.
I'm a believer.
Yeah! Gillette Fusion Pro Glide.
Have you tried one of these? This is so good. Man, I can't believe we haven't done this before. Oh, wow, look at that.
Want a bite?
You're aging. Do the jingle. Do the jingle. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hey, guys. Do it again. Do it again. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. In my office.
State
I think we're good.
State Farm agents help you get to a better state.
Blimey, why does everything from America have to be so big?
Come on, baby.
Mais c'est presque aussi gros que leur SUV.
What are you supposed to do with it?
Slice it and maybe share it amongst the team.
Taco Bell's new Double XL grilled stuffed burrito. We start with steak, then add 3 cheeses, then add seasoned rice and beans, then add fiesta salsa and top it off with even more of your favorites. It's not just XL, it's Double XL. Think outside the bun.
Summer's biggest night begins with a world premiere preview of Simon Cowell's The X Factor. Then, baseball's greatest stars take center stage. The All-Star Game, July 12th, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on Fox.
Taco Bell now presents How About That, with some of the week's best moments, set to the song Man of the People by Middle Distance Runner.
We had an interesting first pitch ceremony. Watch this.
That's insane.
I've never seen that. That was impressive.
We've seen a lot of good plays tonight. It's one of the better ones.
Forwards and backwards. Behind the back and the flip. Wow, what a play at second base. Yeehaw.
You got to have some good reflexes to make that play like that.
Right field, Stanton on the move. He goes into a dive and he caught it.
I'm heading like, hey, yeah.
See how it happens? That's how it starts.
Another grand slam for the Mets.
They have scored 50 runs in their last 4 games.
It's unbelievable.
I've made many mistakes in my life. Many.
And the ball is dropped.
This is not a good play at all.
He's not stopping, but he's stumbling.
Better start hustling.
Drive to deep left center field.
Still going over the shoulder.
Oh, brother, he made the catch.
He got it.
Come on.
I love those outs. Those are the best.
Diving stop, Brandon Crawford, who gets him. What a play. Nice stop at second by Casilla. Throws him out.
Yes, sir.
Got it. Career high, 14 strikeouts. What a month this has been for Cliff Lee. It's his 3rd consecutive shutout.
How about that?
Rockies win. The Diamondbacks win. The Cubs win. Josh Wilson makes the catch. What a play. That's a pretty nifty play to finish up this ball game. Wow.
The 27th out, the most impressive of the night.
This Week in Baseball has been sponsored by Pepsi Max, by Chevy, Gillette, Holiday Inn, Scott's, State Farm, and by Taco Bell. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. For This Week in Baseball, I'm Buzz Brainerd. So long, everybody.
Crosstown rivals go head-to-head on Fox Saturday Baseball as A-Rod and the Yankees take on the Mets in the Subway Series. Fox Saturday Baseball, telecast presented by AT&T, today.
So many unforgettable moments in All-Star Game history. What can we expect this year? All-Star Game, check it out on Fox.
Announcing the Ford 4th of July event. America's best-selling brand now has 0% financing for 60 months, and you'll pay 0 for maintenance on some of America's favorites, including the Built Ford Tough F-150, Ranger, Expedition, Flex, and fuel-efficient Escape. Now get 0% financing for 60 months and pay 0 for 2 years on oil changes, brake pads, tire rotations, and more. Hurry, offer ends July 5th, so visit your local Ford store and drive one.
How can a 94-year-old green guy save you money during the recession? He can check out your comfort system for free and tell you how to save money on energy efficiency. J.L. Brady has been offering the best HVAC service in Iowa and Illinois since 1915, and they can show you how to go green and save up to 30% on heating and cooling expenses. A system like that could pay for itself in less than 2 years. They're family-owned, and after all these years, still doing it the Brady way, the right way.
Edmunds.com says that Lexus holds its value better than any other luxury brand. J.D. Power & Associates ranks Lexus the highest in customer satisfaction. No wonder more people have chosen Lexus over any other luxury brand 11 years in a row. Get 2.9% financing on the 2011 RX 350. See your Lexus dealer.
The MLB All-Star Game. The World Series. The Pac-12 Championship. The Big Ten Championship. The NFC Playoffs. The Daytona 500. And the UEFA Champions League Final. The world's biggest events are on Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports! Today on Fox Saturday Baseball, interleague rivalries become intra-state feuds. In the Subway Series, old wounds die hard.
There's just that buzz around the city, you know?
Those 6 games really divide alliances in the city.
While in Chicago, the rivalry between the South Side Sox and the North Side Cubs rages on.
The Cubs-White Sox rivalry is extreme dislike for the other team. There's no back and forth. It's either Cubs or Sox, and the fans really hate each other. And there's fights in the stands and fights on the fields.
And not to be outdone, it's a battle for Ohio when the Indians head to Cincinnati to challenge the Reds for in-state supremacy. It's Rivalry Weekend on Fox Saturday Baseball, and it starts right now.
Welcome to the AT&T pregame show on Fox. AT&T Rethink Possible. We are in New York, which this weekend is a city divided. It is round 2 of the Subway Series. The Yanks took the series opener last night and have won 3 of 4 this year against the Mets. 2 of the many stars on display are Mark Teixeira, whose 25 home runs is actually second best in the bigs, and Jose Reyes, whom A-Rod called the best player on the planet earlier this week. Hi, everybody. Live from New York. It's Fox Saturday Baseball. And in just a few minutes, most of you will stay here for the Subway Series for an intriguing starting pitching matchup. The Yanks send out 38-year-old right-hander Bartolo Colon against the Mets' fine young rookie Dylan Gee, who eyes his 9th win this year. Others are off to the Windy City to see the Cubs and the White Sox do battle. Paul Konerko, he's in the top 5 in the AL in batting, homers, and RBI. And welcome back Marlon Byrd, activated off the DL today for the first time since taking a pitch to the face 6 weeks ago. He is batting 6th. And the rest of you will see if Asdrubal Cabrera and the Tribe can make it 5 straight wins over the Reds. Cabrera went deep last night, while Brandon Phillips' solo shots accounted for Cincinnati's lone runs. Well, tomorrow, the likes of Phillips and Cabrera will find out if they make the cut for the All-Star team. Of course, that is a game you can see right here a week from Tuesday night on Fox. It is a game that has starred the likes of Babe Ruth all the way down to Bo Jackson and everyone in between. Well, right now, let's find out who today's players loved in the All-Star game.
Favorite All-Star memory, watching it as a kid, watching Bo Jackson. He is an athlete that made this game look really easy.
And look at that one. Bo Jackson says hello.
Torrey Hunter, you know, he was my big brother / idol, you know, when I got drafted to the Twins. I just remember Torrey Hunter robbing Barry Bonds.
Didn't get his arms extended as he raises one into right center field. At the wall. Oh, what a catch.
It wasn't kind of just a little one either. You know, it was up and over, and it was vintage Torrey Hunter.
I think my first All-Star game is probably my favorite. I was on first base when that bat hit Lasorda. You look around and you're like, man, I can't believe I'm here.
It was the first time I saw Cal Ripken in the same locker room as me, and he came through and all the media members opened up like the Red Sea, and he welcomed me to the All-Star game, and that was a pretty cool experience. And then when we exchanged from short to third, that was kind of an epic moment that I'll never forget.
That show that Josh put on in the Homer Derby was just incredible. I mean, it was almost out-of-body experience. Like, there's no way that he hits this next ball out, and he just kept going.
that I got to meet President Obama, but having him come into the locker room, in St. Louis.
What's going on? How are you doing?
All right. Hey, got some.
This is my local guy here. My Hawaiian guy. Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
That was a very big moment for me.
My favorite's easy. First one, San Francisco. Rod Crew was my favorite guy growing up, and Rod was on the team that year. He gave me a bat. That was pretty cool.
MLB.com's Midsummer Classics tourney is down to the final 2 All-Star moments. Cal Ripken Jr.'s 2001 Swan Song against Stan the Man's game-ending home run in the 55 Classic. Go to MLB.com/moments to place your vote. And, of course, Tuesday, July 12th, it's the All-Star Game right here on Fox. Coverage begins at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Well, we're going to keep you updated on all the scores and highlights from around the bigs, and that includes Doc Halliday's return trip to Toronto for the first time as a Philadelphia Philly. Find out how he did and if he could go the distance. But up next, we're going to get you out to your game. Most of you will stay right here at Citi Field for the battle between the Yankees and the Mets. Others are off to the north side of Chicago. Will somebody finally smile on the Cubs, or will the White Sox make it 2 straight over the Northsiders? The rest of you get the battle of the Buckeye State. Tribe and Reds swinging it. We'll get you out your game next on Fox.
You're watching Major League Baseball on Fox.
The John Deere Classic is coming soon, and you can drive home a winner in a new Chevy. The select Chevy dealers of Iowa and Illinois are providing new courtesy vehicles to be driven by the pros and sold after the tournament with huge discounts. This is your chance to save big during this special John Deere Classic event.
Hi, I'm Steve Stricker, and I want to thank the select Chevy dealers of Iowa and Illinois for their continued support of the John Deere Classic. Chevy is #1 in Iowa and Illinois.
See your select Chevy dealer.
Open the door, we're moving forward. Stay connected to it all with better broadband, entertainment, data, and voice technologies, and more personal service. Introducing CenturyLink.
On the next Nate Berkus show, Nate's getting busy with Dr. Ruth.
We're going in the bedroom.
A shocking transformation, 50 years in the making. Then from busted to bling, money-making jewelry makeovers. Monday at 4 on Fox 18.
On a sizzling Saturday afternoon in Chicago, Fox Sports welcomes you to Wrigley Field, one of baseball's biggest stages for the second of a 3-game interleague series between the Chicago Cubs and the Chicago White Sox on the Fox Saturday Game of the Week. And a good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Fox Saturday Baseball. I'm Kenny Albert in the Cubs dugout with Cubs manager Mike Quade. Mike, as you begin the second half of the season this week, what is your message to both the team and the city of Chicago?
Stay healthy and keep playing hard. We've got to play better baseball, but it's been a good weekend. We did lose Z, but we get a 3-for-1 coming back. So Marlon's active today. We got Barney back here recently, and Woody came back yesterday. So we'll get Z healthy for the second half, give him a couple of weeks to get his back in line, and then we need to go play baseball. And it's kind of fun. I looked at my lineup today, and it's the first time I've seen this lineup in quite some time.
So Marlon Byrd is back. You will bat 6th. Mike, good luck today.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Now over to the White Sox dugout. Eric Karros with Ozzie Guillen.
Thanks, Kenny. Ozzie, third best record in the American League since May 7th. Why are you guys going to get to the postseason?
I think because we're going to get hot. It's offense. Our offense is going to be better. I think our pitching staff, we got get better every day. I think the bullpen is very strong. But it's no doubt in my mind, our offense is going to pick him up and do better for the rest of the season.
All right, we'll see you in the postseason. Crosstown Classic coming up next. Cubs and White Sox.
Go get a soda. Be right back.
Santa, my man.
Making a Pepsi.
Pepsi?
Yeah, Pepsi.
But Mr. Claus, I thought you had to deal with,
I'm on vacation. I want to have a little fun.
Summertime is Pepsi time. Naughty. Nice.
Now we can watch a newspaper. Listen to a magazine. Curl up with a movie. And see a phone call. Now we can take a classroom anywhere. Hold an entire bookstore.
touch the stars. Because now, there's this.
You sprayed them. Thought they were dead. Should have used Roundup, America's #1 weed killer. It kills weeds to the root, so they don't come back. Guaranteed. Weeds won't play dead. They'll stay dead. Roundup. No root, no weed, no problem.
Just because I'm a car guy doesn't mean I don't care about the environment.
I also care about doing things right.
And what I'm leaving behind for the next car guy.
Introducing Valvoline Next Gen. Backed by the Valvoline Engine Guarantee Program, it's 50% recycled oil, 100% Valvoline protection.
This weekend only, Burger King is celebrating the 4th with the original chicken sandwich for just $1.04. Hurry in for a taste of a true American original. The original chicken sandwich, just $1.04. July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Only at Burger King.
Get ready for the biggest night of the summer. It's the 2011 Major League Baseball All-Star Game in primetime. The National League takes on the American League as the greatest players in baseball take center stage for the Midsummer Classic. The 2011 Major League Baseball All-Star Game, live July 12th, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, only on Fox.
We welcome you back to Chicago. It's the Windy City Classic. White Sox and Cubs have met during interleague play each and every year since 1997. And this afternoon, 90 degrees here in Chicago. Heat index of 101. Chicago White Sox won yesterday's game 6-4. White Sox just a game under the 500 mark at 41 and 42. Their batting order brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. Juan Pierre leads off, followed by the third baseman Brett Morrell. Adam Dunn hits third. Paul Konerko in the cleanup spot. Then catcher A.J. Pierzynski. The shortstop Alexi Ramirez hits sixth. Bottom of the order, Alex Rios, Gordon Beckham, and the White Sox pitcher Philip Umber. White Sox getting set to face the 27-year-old right-hander Matt Garza, record of 4-6 over his first 14 starts as a Chicago Cub.
Yeah, an acquisition this offseason. He was expected to be one of the big three. Today, he's got to keep the ball in the park. In his last 18 innings, he's given up 5 home runs. The ball will be flying today. You've got to be careful with Paul Konerko, who is 5 for 8 against Garza. 2 home runs, 2 doubles.
Garza faced the White Sox back on June 21st on the south side. Not involved in the decision. White Sox won the game 3-2. Defensively for the Cubs, brought to you by Scott's in the outfield. Soriano in left. Marlon Byrd returns from the disabled list today. He will start in center field. Fukudome in right. Pena at first, Barney at second, Castro at short, Ramirez at third. The battery of Garza and Soto. The opening pitch is brought to you by Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. White Sox have won 3 in a row. They have not been at the 500 mark since mid-April when they were 7-7. Hoping to get back to 500 here today as the former Cub Juan Pierre steps in to lead off for Ozzie Guillen against Matt Garza. Pierre, a 2-run triple in the 7th inning yesterday. His second consecutive game-winning hit. And the first pitch from Garza, in for a called strike. 0-1. Pierre, Morrell, and Dunn for the White Sox. Here in the top of the first inning as Garza delivers the 0-1. And Pierre sends it into right field, and the running catch is made by Kosuke Fukudome for out number 1.
Well, Pierre hits this ball hard. Fukudome does a good job of getting a jump. almost seems like it hangs up just a bit. He's able to run it down. That's important because Pierre has been hot, leadoff hitter. You keep those guys off so you can go after the middle of the lineup.
So with one away, here is third baseman Brent Morel. Morel batting .251. He was 2 for 4 in yesterday's game. Fastball missing away. 94-mile-per-hour fastball from Garza, now 2-0. White Sox 3-1 against the Cubs this season. 3 balls, no strikes.
Well, talking before the game, we had looked at Brett Morel and only 2 walks all season. Here he's got a 3-0 count, 1 pitch away from getting to 3 walks.
He walks on 4 pitches. So a 1-out base runner for the White Sox. The crew chief, Gary Darling, behind the plate. Bruce Dreckman at first. Paul Emmett at second. And Rob Drake is the third base umpire. So Brent Morel, as Eric mentioned, coming into this game, 195 at-bats. Only 2 walks. In fact, he set a franchise record at the start of the season for the most at-bats without drawing a walk. Morel on at first as Adam Dunn steps in. Happy to be facing a right-hander.
Yeah, yes, he is. No secret, only 1 hit against left-handed pitching this year, and that was an infield hit with that.
1 for 53 against left-handed pitchers. Dunn's struggles this season at the plate have been well chronicled here in Chicago. Visited with a sports psychologist earlier this week. Took part in a simulated game facing a couple of minor league pitchers.
The only remedy for all of this, just get some hits. And you can have everybody talking to you, everybody offering suggestions.
Dunn did not go around, says Rob Drake.
But the only thing that will get him out of this is to have a bit of success, just so he doesn't have to constantly think, oh, what am I doing? Am I getting my foot down? Am I pulling my shoulder? Am I waiting back? Am I being aggressive?
And he has had success against the Cubs. A lot of success here at Wrigley throughout his career. Garza missing inside, now 2-2. 41 home runs against the Cubs, most that Dunn has hit against any team during his 11-year career. Paul Konerko waiting on deck. 1 out. Morel, the runner, on first. 2-2 from Garza, lifted foul off to the left side. Dunn with 361 career home runs. He is tied for 72nd all-time, Eric, with Joe DiMaggio.
Well, you just forget the home runs. The guy gets on base, sees a lot of pitches, has always had high strikeout totals, but couples that with a high walk total as well.
A 4-time All-Star. He has struck out 100 times this year, most in the American League. And leads all of baseball since 2004 in both walks and strikeouts. Second in home runs. The 2-2 from Garza, and he drills this one to right field, but it will stay in the ballpark. The catch is made on the warning track by Fukudome for out number 2.
Well, this one gets in on the big guy just a bit. Hits it right about at the label. You can tell because when he gets a ball, it just flies. And today the ball will fly. I'm going to go check his bat.
White Sox fans chanting Paulie As Paul Konerko steps to the plate here at Wrigley. He took Garza deep less than 2 weeks ago, back on June 21st. 5 for 8, 2 home runs lifetime against Garza, 0-1.
Well, you see there the 5 for 8, the 2 home runs. He's also got 2 walks, 2 doubles. You know, it's one of those things as a hitter, sometimes you just see the ball well. You see the release point off a certain pitcher.
Castro, high throw. Konerko is retired. Middle of the first at Wrigley.
Now we're hitting the road with the Pro Glide Challenge. Yo, my friend, come on down here. What do you think about that Pro Glide?
Yeah, this is great. Feels good on my sensitive skin. I don't feel like I'm shaving.
Fusion Pro Glide is engineered with Gillette's thinnest blades ever.
It feels like it's doing the work for me.
So it glides for less tug and pull. It was smooth.
This was fantastic. I'm having way too much fun with this razor.
Turn shaving into gliding with Fusion Pro Glide.
I'm a believer.
He is a believer! Yeah! Gillette Fusion Pro Glide.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Does the buck stop here? Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Is having a snowball fight with pitching great Randy Johnson a bad idea?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe this was a bad idea.
Before you say anything, it was 1995.
It was 93.
Kenny, 1995 was the year the song came out.
93.
That was your 5th year of high school. It was 1995.
$10 says it's 93.
Yeah, well, that's $10 you're gonna have to put in my pocket.
Whatever. There it is. It was 93.
It was clearly 1990. Kenny, the restaurant's on fire. I'll call you back.
Wait.
Only AT&T's network lets your iPhone talk and surf at the same time.
Welcome back to Wrigley, bottom of the first inning. A look at the Cubs batting order, brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the pun. Kosuke Fukudome, the right fielder, leads off, followed by second baseman Darwin Barney. The shortstop, Starlin Castro, hits third. Aramis Ramirez in the cleanup spot. Then Carlos Pena. Marlon Byrd making his return today. The center fielder bats sixth. Then left fielder Alfonso Soriano, the catcher Giovanni Soto, and pitcher Matt Garza, as the Cubs get set to face the 28-year-old right-hander Philip Umber, record of 7-4 in 14 starts, earned run average below 3. And a look at the scouting report on Umber.
Well, he's got to curve him, and that's really his out pitch. He'll throw it to right-handers or left-handers. And as there always is, there's one guy in the other lineup that you want to stay away from, not let you beat him. That's Aramis Ramirez. He's hit 6 home runs in his last 9 games.
Umber, a former first-round draft pick of the New York Mets, 3rd overall back in 2004. Started only 1 game for the Mets. Underwent Tommy John surgery in 2005. Traded to the Twins in the Johan Santana deal. Then moved on to Kansas City. And it has been a breakout season in Chicago for Umber here in 2011.
Well, it really has. You know, he suffered his first loss in his last start in almost 2 months.
Kosuke Fukudome leads off, takes a called strike, 0-1.
You know, I was talking to A.J. Brzezinski yesterday, and he said the thing about Umber, he just throws strikes. He's got 4 pitches, and any one of them he can locate.
A terrific collegiate career at Rice University, won a national championship back in 2003. Texas native. Prior to this season, Umber made only 26 major league appearances, just 2 starts. 1 for the Mets and then 1 for Kansas City last year. Now 2-2 on the Fukudome. Fukudome, then Barney and Castro for the Cubs here in the bottom of the first inning as Fukudome fouls it back. Fukudome, an all-star as a rookie back in 2008. Now in his 4th season, he's hitting .344 here at Wrigley. Just .204 on the road. Bounce foul back behind first. So the count remains 2-2.
Well, when you look at his numbers, as far as putting him in the leadoff spot, he got an on-base percentage of close to 400. But the power hasn't been there, at least what they had hoped to get when they brought him over from Japan.
Well, the Cubs as a team have pretty good numbers offensively this season. 3rd in the league in batting average, 7th in runs, 2nd in hits, 8th in home runs. But they come in 15 games under the 500 mark and have not won more than 2 consecutive games all season long.
Well, just to extend on that offense.
There's a base hit into right field, so Fukudome leads off the bottom of the 1st inning with a single, an 8-pitch at bat. Defensively for the White Sox, brought to you by Scott's. Pierre, Rios, and Dunn in the outfield. Around the infield, Konerko, Beckham, Ramirez, and Morel with the battery of Umber and Pierzynski.
You know, just to extend on that, we were talking about the Cubs offense and where they rank. And the one thing they haven't done well, though, is hit with runners in scoring position. You can get all the runners you want out there on base, but if you don't get them in, you're just wasting everybody's time.
So the leadoff man on for the Cubs as Darren Barney takes strike 1. Barney returned from the disabled list on Wednesday. Leads all major league rookies in batting average at .294, working on a 6-game hitting streak. Armor missing away. 1-1. Umber facing the Cubs for the first time in his career. Made his last start Sunday against Washington. Took a no-hitter into the 6th inning. Pitch out. Fukudome not going anywhere. Now 2-1. So the Cubs finally getting healthy. Barney returned this week. Kerry Wood activated yesterday. Marlon Byrd activated today and in the Cubs lineup.
Well, and as Mike Quaddy told us at the opening, they get in 3 guys, but they lose Carlos Zambrano. Had an epidural the other day, back stiffness. They hope to have him back after the break.
He is the 4th member of the season opening rotation that has gone on the disabled list.
That's the thing. The Cubs, no question, have been impacted by injuries, and you couple that with the fact that they're not very deep. And that's what's led to their struggles this year.
Umber missing away, so Barney heads to first. Cubs have 2 on with nobody out. They're in the bottom of the 1st inning. They trail the season series 3-1. White Sox lead the all-time interleague series 44-38. White Sox won 4 of 6 last season. You took part in this Crosstown Classic back in 2003. No matter what the records are, tremendous atmosphere.
No, great atmosphere. And, you know, it's one of those things where it's almost it's not an aggressive atmosphere, and that means that, you know, the fans they're all Chicagoans. Everybody's rooting for either the Cubs or White Sox, but it's not like people are throwing beers at one another and screaming. Great event.
That only happens up in the press box. Castro on the ground to the shortstop. Ramirez to Beckham for 1. On to first. Double play. Starlin Castro grounding into the 6-4-3. Fukudome moves to 3rd with 2 out. So now an opportunity for Aramis Ramirez with the runner on 3rd. What a week it has been. Career home run number 300 yesterday. Walk-off RBI in the 10th on Wednesday. Game-tying home run in the 9th on Thursday.
You know, he's really been swinging the bat well, and we talked about it before the game. You know, when you're talking about your National League 3rd baseman for the All-Star game, from purely a numbers perspective, he's got to be at the top of your list. I know Polanco in Philadelphia is having a nice year.
Ramirez pops this one into left center. And the catch is made by the center fielder Rios. So Fukudome is stranded on third. One inning in the books with no score.
Blimey, why does everything from America have to be so big?
Come on, baby.
Mais c'est presque aussi gros que leur SUV.
What are you supposed to do with it? Slice it and maybe share it amongst the team.
Taco Bell's new XXL grilled stuffed burrito. We start with steak, then add 3 cheeses, then add seasoned rice and beans, then add fiesta salsa and top it off with even more of your favorites. It's not just XL, it's XXL. Think outside the bun.
The truth? It's big, baby. That's the truth. 23 knockouts. And wins big, too. That's the truth. So when the truth heard DirecTV was offering the biggest, most popular TV package at the best price ever, let's just say the truth was a knockout when he sees one.
That's the truth.
Now, get the best offer of the year, baby. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
You're getting a divorce?
Yeah.
Heard you crying in the bathroom. We all thought it was cancer.
Oh.
Thank God.
That's my relationship.
Your wife cheated on you because you lost sight of who you are as a man, a husband, and probably as a lover. I'm gonna help you rediscover your manhood.
What do you want to do with me?
I want to show you off to my ex-wife and make her really jealous.
Crazy Stupid Love.
Are most women like that these days?
God bless technology.
God
it's really
bless it.
Rated PG-13. Starts July 29th.
Dad? It's time. You'd be a really nice catch for somebody. Please?
Just for Men takes 5 easy minutes, targets only the gray hair, and can start something great.
Yes!
Just for Men.
Today's game presented by AT&T is sponsored by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. And by DirecTV. Now get DirecTV's best offer of the year. A 90-degree afternoon in Chicago. Kenny Albert with Eric Karros. We move to the second inning with the White Sox and the Cubs scoreless. A.J. Pierzynski will lead off against Matt Garza. Pierzynski, Ramirez, and Rios for the White Sox here in the second. First pitch fouled off back behind third. Pierzynski, 2 hits yesterday. Sizzling over his last 9 games. Batting .421, 16 for 38. The 0-1 from Garza. On the ground to the second baseman, Barney. 1 away. Time now for our Ford Keys to the Game.
Well, Juan Pierre's got to stay hot for the White Sox. He's been getting on base, getting some big hits. The bullpen has been outstanding for Ozzie Guillen. A real key to this turnaround since the first part of May. Garza's got to give the Cubs a good start, give the bullpen a bit of a break, but he's got to pitch like they had expected him when they brought him over from Tampa. Test A.J. A.J. Pierzynski has not had a lot of success in throwing runners out. And I know the Cubs don't run, but this is a time where, hey, let's give it a shot.
Alexi Ramirez at the plate. Batting .281. 7th inning yesterday. Tied the game with a 2-run shot off Randy Wells. And then Juan Pierre would triple in 2 more runs later in the inning. So we take you back to the 7th inning in yesterday's game. Randy Wells on the mound, and Ramirez takes him deep. His 8th of the season, 5th career home run against the Cubs, tying the game at 4. Darwin Barney, 2 away. Cubs took a 4-2 lead into the 7th inning yesterday, and things did not go smoothly for Randy Wells in that inning after he retired the White Sox on 3 pitches in the 6th.
Yeah, he really looked like he had control of the game, but again, in this ballpark, and only a 2-run lead. Brzezinski leads off with a base hit and then the home run, and then just things really started to unravel for Wells.
There's Alex Rios.
Mike Quaddy talked about it after the game, that he felt like he probably mismanaged the game, that he should have had somebody up in the bullpen, but the bullpen had been taxed, but felt like Wells did not deserve to lose it.
Now, Quaddy felt that after that 3-pitch 6th, he would try to get one more inning out of Wells and hope for the W for Randy Wells, but that did not turn out to be the case. The 0-2 to Rios. Towering pop-up, foul territory. Aramis Ramirez. A 1-2-3, 9-pitch 2nd inning for Matt Garza.
Because I had a good teacher, I learned about more than cars.
I like responsibility.
Doing things right.
Dad.
Introducing Valvoline Next Gen. Backed by the Valvoline Engine Guarantee Program, it's 50% recycled oil, 100% Valvoline protection.
This weekend only, Burger King is celebrating the 4th with the original chicken sandwich for just $1.04. Hurry in for a taste of a true American original. The original chicken sandwich, just $1.04. July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Only at Burger King.
The new Droid Incredible 2. I could use a smartphone with social apps to stay up on what my friends are doing. And it's global, so I'll know what they're doing while they're doing it, even when I travel. I'll have to act surprised when they tell me stuff. I don't have a good surprised face. Maybe I can look up videos of surprised people on my new phone for reference. Yep, I really want that phone.
Upgrade to the new Droid Incredible 2 by HTC with global capabilities for only $149.99. Now on America's largest, most reliable high-speed network, Verizon.
Wars are fought with weapons, but they are won by men.
You just don't know when to give up.
I can do this all day.
Our goal is to create a new breed of super soldier.
What do you think?
I think it works.
Why me? I believe that in every human being, there is great potential.
I don't know if I can do this.
This is why you were chosen.
The women of America owe you their thanks.
Today's game presented by AT&T is sponsored by Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. Bottom of the 2nd inning from Wrigley Field. Cubs and White Sox are scoreless. Carlos Pena, Marlon Byrd, and Alfonso Soriano for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Pena leading the Cubs in home runs with 17. Runs batted in with 44. And he lays down a bunt with the White Sox. Infield in the shift. And Pena reaches on the bunt single. How about that, Eric?
Well, that's gutsy to do as a power hitter, because you just hate to bunt it to the pitcher or pop it up. You'd be frustrated running down to first, and it's really, you've got to just be able to tell yourself, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot. All I've got to do is put it down. Because of the shift, you got down to first.
Worked to perfection. So the leadoff man is on for the Cubs for the 2nd straight inning. Here's Marlon Byrd making his return. Missed the last 39 games. Suffered facial fractures back on May 21st. In a game in Boston on this pitch from Alfredo Aceves.
And we were there, and you could just tell it wasn't good. multiple fractures in his face. Been down on minor league rehab. Swinging the bat well.
Excited to get back into the Cubs lineup today.
Well, you know, it was interesting. I'd asked him if he watched that video, because the toughest thing to overcome isn't the physical part, it's the mental part of getting back into that box. And he said he watched it. He said he saw the replay, and you know, he's ready to go though.
Bird, an all-star last season. Takes low and away, now 3-0.
You know, interesting, all those 3 of those pitches have been away, and you just wonder, you know, if Umber in his mind, you know, look, I don't want to go inside on the guy. And
Bird walks on 4 pitches. So the Cubs with 2 on, nobody out, as was the case in the first inning. Well, in just 10 days, baseball's biggest stars will gather in the Arizona desert for one spectacular night. Fox will bring you every thrilling moment of the 2011 Baseball All-Star Game, Tuesday, July 12th, live from Phoenix at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. During the broadcast, don't miss a special world premiere sneak preview of the upcoming Fox show, The X Factor. 2 on, nobody out for Alfonso Soriano. Morel to second, out to first, double play. For the second straight inning with 2 on and nobody out. The next Cub hitter, Castro in the first inning, Soriano here in the second, rounds into the double play. Both on the first pitch.
Well, that's a kicker. I mean, we talk about the Cubs and what they can do. Now watch Beckham at second base, though. Is he on the base? Let's see. He catches it. He's not even close. He's out of there. Mike Quade, he's out there frustrated, but he's got a point.
And Quade has been ejected by the second base umpire, Paul Emmel. So Mike Quade will head back to the Cubs clubhouse. And he wants to deliver one last message.
Well, again, that's 3 months of frustration right there. And he was absolutely right. I mean, Paul Emmel just flat out missed the call there. Beckham clearly off the bag in that situation. I'll say this, you know, let's take a look at this thing one more time. Now watch where he catches the ball. Look at that. I mean, he's off the bag, not close. But I think, you know, Mike Quade, although he's frustrated at the call, and rightfully so, I got to believe he's just as frustrated at Castro and Soriano for going up there and swinging at the first pitch both times and grounding into double plays. I mean, that'll drive you nuts as a manager. I mean, have some patience. I understand both guys are free swingers, but you know, we talked about the Cubs and their ability to hit with runners in scoring position, or lack of ability, the lack of patience.
Following the intentional walk of Soto, here's Matt Garza with runners on the corners, 2 outs. So again, in each of the first 2 innings, Cubs with 2 on, nobody out. Starlin Castro swings at the first pitch in the first inning, grounds into a 6-4-3 double play, and then Alfonso Soriano here in the second swings at the first pitch, 5-4-3 double play.
And you know what, though, in both of those situations where those guys swung at the first pitch, the preceding batter walked, one on 4 straight, the other on 5 pitches. I mean, you've just got no business as a hitter go up there and just say, I'm going to get the pitcher off the hook, hit into a double play.
Matt Garza just 1 hit this season in 27 at bats. In his career, 1 for 38. 1-2 from Umber. Garza got a piece of it to stay alive. Umber missing away with the fastball. Carlos Pena led off the inning with a bunt single down the third base line. A walk to Marlon Byrd. Soriano grounded into a double play. Soto intentionally walked, and now the 2-2. Garza gets the bat on it. Ramirez fires across, so Mike Quade will watch the remainder of this game from the TV in his office. After 2, we'll return after these messages from your local Fox station.
You're watching Major League Baseball on Fox.
Opened Bridgeway Auto Parts in 1957. Over the years, we've continued to expand the family business. Bridgeway Auto Parts always offers towing services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. At our service desk, we help you find the part you need. You can pull the part yourself in our over 300,000 square foot salvage yard, and we can deliver it to your service center.
Bridgeway Auto Parts, continuing to serve the Quad City area for generations to come.
Ride the wave of savings during the Reynolds Ford Summer Sale Splash.
Get a hot deal on a pre-owned 09 Toyota FJ Cruiser 24,400, 08 F350 King Ranch 35,800, 09 Taurus X 17,600, 08 Fusion 17,400, 06 Miata 15,800, 08 BMW 328i 27,400. Zero down delivers, 1.9% APR financing, 100,000 mile warranty.
You won't find better selection or a better deal. Ride the wave of savings at Reynolds Ford.
I'll take a Wheel of Fortune lottery ticket.
One Wheel of Fortune, please.
You got it. Wait, you're...
Enjoy the game.
Play the new Wheel of Fortune game and you could win big instantly.
Or enter for a chance to win a trip to Hollywood. You could play a lottery players only game of Wheel of Fortune with us.
You could win up to $1 million.
It's as wheel as it gets.
The new Wheel of Fortune game, only where Illinois lottery games are sold.
Pickled egg?
We started a tradition to prank the crew based on where the All-Star game is.
Like at Yankee Stadium, we filled the booth with hundreds of apples.
And this year with the Diamondbacks, we should really have a lot of fun.
Open the door. This is not cool. Stay calm. It's unfair. Come on, seriously. Guys, no, come on, don't.
Maybe we should have gone cactus instead.
Some traditions shouldn't be messed with. The 2011 All-Star Game on Fox.
TMC has all kinds of people on our show.
It's a celebrity news melting pot.
Welcome back to Fox Saturday Baseball, presented by AT&T. Rethink possible as we move to the third inning. White Sox and Cubs are scoreless, and we are pleased to be joined live from the Cubs dugout by Kerry Wood, activated from the disabled list just yesterday. Kerry, how are you feeling?
I feel great. Yeah, I feel good. The finger feels normal.
And how have you enjoyed your return to Chicago?
It's been great. Obviously, we would like to win a few more games, but it's been great to be home and back in the Cub uniform and back where I belong.
Well, Woody, you talk about winning. How do you weigh the next couple of months as an opportunity to go somewhere else or stay here with the Cubs may be presented?
You know, it's the talk has to come up first. I mean, there's rumors are rumors, but until you really get down to the serious stuff, I don't think I even need to address it. It's not really, for me at this point, in the cards. I came back here for a reason, and that's because I want to be here and play here. And also we've got some other stuff going on in the city with the foundation and some charity stuff that definitely want to be a part of. But you can never say never. But this is where I want to be.
Gordon Beckham leading off for the White Sox here in the third against Matt Garza. Beckham, then Umber, and Juan Pierre. Right field. Fukudome moving to his left, one away. And Kerry, you mentioned the foundation. You and your wife Sarah made the announcement on Thursday, the Wood Family Foundation, to benefit children's charities throughout the Chicagoland area. And I guess you have a big event coming up in mid-September.
Yeah, that's one of our big events is the bowling event. September 18th, we're going to have a bowling event here that we've done 5 or 6 years. Previously, it's one of our biggest money makers, and it's a great time. It's for a great cause, obviously, helping out children any way we can. And, yeah, it's a fun time for everybody.
On the ground to the second baseman, Barty. Quickly 2 away as Umbert is retired. What's the scouting report on Kerry Wood, the bowler?
No scouting report. He's going to do it with his left hand.
So more strikes on the baseball field, I guess.
Way more strikes on the baseball field, or should be, anyways.
2 away. Here's Juan Pierre. Now our staff carry tells us that my partner Eric Karros 2 for 9 against you during Eric's career. What was the scouting report on Mr. Karros?
High fastballs and breaking balls down. That's my scouting report for everybody.
That's it, huh?
When you have an arm like Kerry Wood, that was 96, 97 miles an hour with the wicked curveball. I mean, anybody who sees highlights of that strikeout performance against the Astros, it looks like he's throwing a wiffle ball the way he's making a baseball move. And
there really wasn't much thought process. I was young and dumb and had good stuff and just let it go.
2-0 on Pierre. 2 outs, top of the third here in Chicago. Terry, how about the time you spent with the Yankees? Went to the postseason last year. What was it like pitching in New York?
It was a good experience. I enjoyed getting back with Girardi again and got to meet some new guys over there, guys I've played against and throughout my career. But it was a great experience. I'm glad I got a chance to play, put the pinstripes on, and obviously get a chance to compete and pitch in the postseason again was what it's all about. So I was happy to.
3 balls, 1 strike. Juan Pierre fly to right his first time up. Fastball in for strike 2. Kerry, this obviously a guy you want to keep off the base paths.
Yes, it's the goal. Obviously, keep his wheels off the bases, and obviously other guys are trying to drive him in, so we got to keep the fast guys off the bags.
Bounce foul back behind first. How have you enjoyed these Cubs-White Sox matchups?
It's exciting. I mean, again, for the players, it's just another series. EK, you know that. It's there's no more hype for us than there is for another series. But it's fun to come out to the yard. We're full today. Obviously, the rooftops are packed. Good weather. The sun's out. It's not too hot. It just cooled off, and it's a great atmosphere.
Payoff pitch to Pierre. A cold strike 3 on the outside corner. Kerry, thanks for joining us. Best of luck with the foundation.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
First strikeout from Matt Garza. Still no score with the rooftops full.
Now through July 4th, get more bang for your buck at Lowe's. Stop by and get 3 for $10 on 2-quart perennials. That's 3 for just $10. Then start up that paint project with an instant $10 off every $50 you spend on paint and paint supplies. And when you're done, break out the grill with buy one, get one free on 16-pound bags of Kingsford charcoal. The savings are in the air 4th of July weekend at Lowe's. Experience Lowe's. Let's build something together.
Take care of your engine, and it'll go far. One way I can take care of my engine, One-A-Day Men's, a complete multivitamin for my overall health. Plus, it supports my heart health and helps maintain healthy blood pressure. Whoa. Kinda makes your heart race, huh?
The truth hits big, baby. That's the truth. 23 knockouts and wins big, too.
That's the truth.
So when the truth heard DirecTV was offering the biggest, most popular TV package at the best price ever, let's just say the truth knows a knockout when he sees one.
That's the truth.
Now, get the best offer of the year, baby. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
You sprayed them. Thought they were dead. Shoulda used Roundup, America's #1 weed killer. It kills weeds to the root, so they don't come back. Guaranteed. Weeds won't play dead. They'll stay dead. Roundup. No root, no weed, no problem.
Hi, my name is Lance Corporal Anthony Marquez from Lafayette, Indiana. I'm currently stationed at Camp Leatherneck, Afghanistan. I just want to give a shout out to the Chicago White Sox and Paul Konerko. Good luck the rest of the season. I hope to see you guys in October.
A big thank you to Anthony Marquez. Anthony, thanks for all that you do. Today's game being broadcast to the American troops stationed in 175 countries around the world via the Armed Forces Network. We thank you for your sacrifice and service to our country. This was just prior to the game. Master Sergeant John Masson, a member of Bravo Company, 3rd Battalion, 20th Special Forces Group, received a huge ovation. John, a Special Forces medic who has served in the Gulf War and Iraq. He was injured in Afghanistan, a triple amputee who has received a Purple Heart and 2 Bronze Stars. At the game today, Eric, wearing his Mark Grace jersey.
Yeah, I saw that. Partner. Mark Grace spending many years here, obviously.
Our colleague at Fox. Kosuke Fukudome leading off for the Cubs here in the 3rd. Singled back in the 1st inning and was stranded on 3rd. Cubs have had 2 on with nobody out in each of the first 2 innings. But Starlin Castro and Alfonso Soriano have grounded into double plays. The latter leading to the ejection of Cubs manager Mike Quade, for arguing that Gordon Beckham was off the bag. And our replays certainly supported the Cubs skipper.
Pat Listash taking over the helm. There's Beckham at second base. Really, the Cubs have wasted 2 opportunities. And there's no way to sugarcoat it. You got first and second. Guys that just walk getting down to first base, and then your following hitters, Castro in the 1st and Soriano in the 2nd, go up and swing at the very first pitch.
2-2 from Umber, missing away, ball 3.
I mean, and if you watch the way that Umber's pitched today, I mean, he hasn't had his control. He's been laboring to let him off the hook on 1 pitch.
Line drive caught by the first baseman Konerko for out number 1. Fukudome now 1 for 2 as Darwin Barney steps to the plate.
Well, he smokes this ball, and right-handed Konerko able to get his glove out there.
So here's Barney, who walked back in the 1st inning. Barney takes ball 1. From Umber, missing high, now 2-1. Umber with 7 wins this season, working quickly. Barney on base for the 2nd time this afternoon.
Barney does a nice job of letting this ball travel in on him. He just shoots it out to right center, keeps his hands inside the ball. What I mean by that, he doesn't come around it, doesn't roll. Gets a base hit. Again, this is somebody that he can run, and this is a situation where you got Brzezinski behind the plate. He has struggled this year. Go ahead and force the issue if you're the Cubs.
Barney extending his hitting streak to 7 games. First pitch to Castro, and Umber misses low and away, ball 1. Castro grounded into the 6-4-3 double play back in the 1st inning. 2nd in the National League in hits, trailing only New York Mets shortstop Jose Reyes. Castro with 107 base hits this season, but just 3 for his last 27.
Well, and as Castro matures as a hitter and gains more experience, he'll understand that he is such a good hitter. He doesn't have to swing at the first pitch. He can wait. You know, a lot of people have compared him to a Vladimir Guerrero type in his ability to put the bat on the ball.
Morel, the second for one, off to first, and the White Sox record their third double play in 3 innings.
I'm just trying to think about what I want.
Why don't you say it at the same time? 1, 2, 3.
I want a divorce.
Creme brulee.
She's your soulmate, right? Go get her back.
How old are you?
There's lots of beautiful women in this bar, but I can't take my eyes off of you.
It's time to go home.
Should I pull the car around? Have you been drinking? I'll drive.
I should have fought for you.
Love sucks.
Man, are you growing up?
Crazy Stupid Love, rated PG-13, starts July 29th.
Just because I'm a car guy doesn't mean I don't care about the environment.
I also care about doing things right.
And what I'm leaving behind for the next car guy.
Introducing Valvoline Next Gen. Backed by the Valvoline Engine Guarantee Program, it's 50% recycled oil, 100% Valvoline protection.
Select 55 from Budweiser. The superior taste makes it Select. The 55 calories make it the lightest beer in the world.
This is the network, a network of possibilities. In here, the planned combination of AT&T and T-Mobile would deliver our next-generation mobile broadband experience to 55 million more Americans, many in small towns and rural communities, giving them a new choice. We'll deliver better service with thousands of new cell sites for greater access to all the things you want whenever you want them. It's the AT&T network, and what's possible in here is almost impossible to say.
You put a lot of effort into creating the perfect evening. So we put a lot of effort into creating the perfect tortilla chip. Introducing new Tostitos artisan recipes. Made with real ingredients cooked right in for flavor you can see and taste in every bite. Because when we put in the very best, what you end up with only gets better. Experience new Tostitos artisan recipes.
Today's game, presented by AT&T, is sponsored by Warner Brothers Pictures. Crazy Stupid Love in theaters July 29th. And by Valvoline Next Gen. Kenny Albert, Eric Karros, Fox Saturday Baseball from Wrigley Field. Top of the 4th inning, White Sox and Cubs are scoreless as Brent Morel steps in to lead off against Matt Garza. Morel walked in the first inning for only the 3rd time this season. And he takes a called strike. 0-1. We are joined live from the White Sox dugout by the starting pitcher John Danks, currently on the disabled list with the strained right oblique. Here's the 0-1 from Garza. John, first of all, how are you feeling?
Oh, doing all right. You know, it's new. I've never had this injury, but apparently I'm doing well, and you know, I'm able to do everyday life things pain-free.
Here's the 0-2 to Morel. A slow roller. Ramirez charging. He barehanded the throw off the bag, but Morel is tagged out. Good play by Carlos Pena.
Well, that's a good play all around. Obviously the bare hand, but Pena comes off the bag and able to make the tag on the runner Morel. It's a do-or-die play by Ramirez, but Pena finishes it off. You see how he comes off the bag, makes the catch, and sweeps down. And really the only chance Morel has is to slide, and you never want to promote sliding into first, but that's really the only situation that you might think about it.
John, what was the chatter in the dugout back in the first inning when Morel walked for only the 3rd time?
You know what? It's after his first walk, it was a big deal. We had some fun with him, but you know, he's doing a good job. He's had a great year, obviously rookie year, but you know, I don't know if anyone picks it better than him over at third base.
You guys had some fun. Never would have thunk it.
Imagine that, huh?
The manager, Ozzie Guillen, was giving you the business between innings when you first put the headset on. What's it been like playing for Ozzie? And take us through this, John, back on June 18th when you took the line drive off the noggin.
Yeah, you know, it's I don't remember the ball coming back at me. You know, fortunately, I turned somehow and took it in a good spot. But you know, it's fortunate I wasn't hurt more than I am. You know, I've been taking a lot of grief for taking that and staying in the game, and then you know, I go out the next start and get put on the DL with an oblique.
Johnny, what's been the difference, you guys, with the way you started in that first month to where you are now?
You know, I really don't have an answer for you. We've definitely played better all-around baseball, throwing the ball better, picking it, hitting the ball a little bit. So, you know, I don't know if it's the weather or what, but you know, it's always more fun to win, and we're having a good time right now.
John, is Ozzie in your way right now?
Oh yeah, you know, I mean, he don't care. He's fun. I mean, he really is. But yeah, I mean, look at him. He's acting like he's doing something here. You know, he's really just got his head in the stands the whole time.
I think he's trying to listen to every word you say.
He probably is.
Trying not to smile. One and one on Konerko, grounded out to the shortstop Castro back in the first inning. Here's a bloop into shallow right center, and the catch is made by the second baseman, Barney. John, thanks a lot for joining us. Get well soon.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
John Danks, 15-game winner a year ago. Cubs and White Sox today, still scoreless.
Because I had a good teacher, I learned about more than cars.
I like responsibility.
Doing things right.
Dad.
Introducing Valvoline Next Gen. Backed by the Valvoline Engine Guarantee Program, it's 50% recycled oil, 100% Valvoline protection.
Jumpstart for your game, not your nerves.
Watch me.
The proven push, stamina in a bottle, the original Gatorade. And thirst-quenching protein that helps restore your body while cooling you down. Prime, perform, recover. The G-Series from Gatorade.
The new Droid Incredible 2. I could use a smartphone with social apps to stay up on what my friends are doing. And it's global, so I'll know what they're doing while they're doing it, even when I travel. I'll have to act surprised when they tell me stuff. I don't have a good surprised face. Maybe I can look up videos of surprised people on my new phone for reference. Yep, I really want that phone.
Upgrade to the new Droid Incredible 2 by HTC with global capabilities for only $149.99. Now on America's largest, most reliable high-speed network, Verizon.
Got all of that one.
Well, he got all of that one, didn't he?
Aye.
You got all of that one. Yeah, he did.
Guess I got all that one.
Mm-hmm. Prince Fielder, epic power hitter.
There's Carlos Zambrano in the Cubs dugout, placed on the disabled list yesterday due to lower back soreness. Left his last start earlier this week after just one inning. As Aramis Ramirez takes strike one. Ramirez flied out to the center fielder Rios, his first time up, and he is hit by this next pitch from Umber. So Ramirez heads to first.
Well, this is just an off-speed pitch. It gets away. Just kind of tracks, and boom, right on the elbow. You know, and that's the thing. Sometimes a pitch may not be that hard, or it's an off-speed or a knuckleball, but it's where it hits you that causes the discomfort. I mean, sometimes that 75-mile-an-hour curveball, if it gets you in the right spot, hurts a lot more than that 92-mile-an-hour fastball.
So for the Cubs, leadoff man is on for the third time in 4 innings. White Sox have turned 3 double plays the first 3 innings. So here's Carlos Pena. A bunt single. His first time up back in the second inning. With the White Sox in the shift. No shift this time with a runner on at first.
Well, you see Umber with 3 walks already. You know, he's had 14 starts this year. He's only had 3 games where he's had 3 walks. Everything else, 2 or less.
One of the 3 today, an intentional walk to the number 8 hitter Soto. There's Don Cooper, White Sox pitching coach. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Carlos Pena, the first Cub in history to hit no home runs during the month of April and have 17 by the 1st of July.
I'm not really sure that's a record you want. I mean, I guess it's all right, but
the second part of it's pretty good.
Yeah, second part's good, but that to qualify, you have to hit 0 in April. I'm not sure I want to get in that discussion.
No home runs, his first 70 at bats. Hit his first homer on May 3rd.
You know, but I think that has something to do with the transition in leagues. You know, especially as a power hitter.
First 10 years in the American League.
And then, of course, the other thing, the weather here. If you can get out of April and May with just some halfway decent numbers, and you see April 159, no home runs, but because it's so cold, wet, windy, I mean, you just, like I said, get out of April and May with some decent numbers.
He's now 5th in the league with 17 home runs. Pena down on strikes. First strikeout for Philip Umber. Time now for a DirecTV game break. Roy Halladay back in Toronto facing the Blue Jays for the first time. Top of the 7th inning. Chase Utley, a 2-run shot for the Phillies, giving the Phils a 4-3 lead. And then bottom of the 9th, the former Cub, Corey Patterson, grounding into the game-ending double play. Win number 11 for Halladay. Tied for the Major League lead with Justin Verlander, CC Sabathia, and Jair Jurgens. Get every MLB game and the most in HD. Call 1-800-DIRECTV. So a successful return to Toronto for Roy Halladay. Speaking of returns, here's Marlon Byrd returning to the Cubs lineup today. And walked back in the second inning.
And that's the 5th pitch now he's seen, and every one of them outside part of the plate.
Walked on 4 pitches in the second after missing the last 39 games. Now statistician Marty Aronoff passing along that for Roy Halladay, that was his 84th win in Toronto. Nobody else has more than 50. 83 coming as a member of the Blue Jays. And now 1 during interleague play with the Phillies. 1-2 on Byrd. Ramirez, the runner on first. He was hit by a pitch leading off this inning. Pena struck out. 1 ball, 2 strike count with 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning in a scoreless game. Two from Umber, another foul off to the left side. To Byrd in the dirt, blocked by Pierzynski. Now 2-2. Temperature has dropped 3 degrees since the first inning. Now 87.
You know what, though? I'll tell you, it's sitting up in this booth, it feels like it's dropped about 15 degrees. It is 100 times better, more of a breeze.
Big temperature swing during yesterday's game as well.
Yeah, it's supposed to be real warm yesterday, and it starts off in the 60s, and then by the end of the game, it warmed up. That's what you get here in Chicago.
2-2. On the ground to Morrell, to second for one. Another close play at second, as Ramirez is not happy with the call from Paul Emmel.
Hey, he's got the bag. He's got the bag.
Yeah, this time he did.
That's a good call by Paul Emmel. Again, you typically see that over at first base. First baseman coming off the bag, and in real-time motion, it looks like, oh, he's off. But you see, when he does catch the ball, he still has that left foot on the bag.
So 2 away. Bird on at first. Soriano at the plate. Grounded into the 5-4-3 double play in the second inning. White Sox turning 2 in each of the first 3 innings. Second time this season in Major League Baseball that a team hit into 3 double plays in the first 3 innings. Orioles hit into 3 at home against Seattle. First 3 innings back on May the 12th. Mike Quaddy, the Cubs manager, ejected back in the second inning today after arguing the call at second on the double play that Soriano hit into.
And he was right. Beckham was not on the bag.
1-1 from Umber, right back to the box. Good play by Umber. And Soriano is retired. So through 4, we remain scoreless in Chicago.
The truth? It's big, baby. That's the truth. 23 knockouts and wins big, too. That's the truth. So when the truth heard Direct TV was offering the biggest, most popular TV package at the best price ever, let's just say the truth knows a knockout when he sees one.
That's the truth.
Now, get the best offer of the year, baby. Call 1-800-DIRECT-TV.
This weekend only, Burger King is celebrating the 4th with the original chicken sandwich for just $1.04. Hurry in for a taste of a true American original. The original chicken sandwich, just $1.04. July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Only at Burger King.
Max and his son made their way homeward bound when mischievous rain dropped down, down, down. Safety was threatened by every roguish drip. They slipped and slid. They couldn't get a grip. Then along came the Michelin Man, reminding them the right tire changes everything. So with Michelin tires, rainy days weren't so tricky. Stop up to 29 feet shorter than a leading competitor with the Michelin tire. Michelin, a better way forward.
At Bayer, we're reinventing aspirin for pain relief with new extra-strength Bayer Advanced Aspirin. It has microparticles, enters the bloodstream faster, and rushes relief to the site of pain. It's clinically proven to relieve pain twice as fast. New Bayer Advanced Aspirin.
Klondike presents 5 Seconds to Glory. Nate versus Sharing the Grill.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
I'm not sure.
Randy, he's losing ground.
I better go.
Graybeard's down.
Emmett, I'm on it.
Just for men gel. Penetrates tough gray in 5 easy minutes.
How about dessert?
Life's looking sweet.
I'm feeling the heat.
He's in for a treat.
Oh, yes. Keep your edge.
A look at the always entertaining Ozzie Guillen chatting with some Cub fans behind the dugout between innings.
Well, that's Ozzie. He's always having fun. You know, whether it's with the fans or with the players, he's just out there having a good time. But when it gets time to get serious, he's out there to win.
Had some fun with you prior to the game?
Well, we've had an opportunity to work together the last couple of years, so.
Ozzie has joined Fox during the postseason.
I told him I didn't want to see him this year. I want to be able to talk about him.
Pena takes it to the bag himself to retire Pierzynski one away here in the top of the 5th inning. Well, Ozzie Guillen and the White Sox won the World Series back in 2005, first for the franchise since 1917. Just 6 games over the 500 mark since 2007. 27 career ejections, 4 suspensions. But today it's Cubs manager Mike Quade who is watching from his office in a scoreless game, top of the 5th inning. White Sox have had only 1 base runner on a rare walk to Brent Morel back in the 1st inning. That has been it. Garza has retired 12 in a row.
Well, Garza's thrown extremely well today, and you know he was one of the key parts that general manager Jim Hendry had hoped would get this ball club to be competitive this year. Rotation of him and Dempster and Zambrano, Cashner and Wells at the beginning of the year.
Popped up out of play. And Garza spent some time on the disabled list from late May through early June due to a right elbow problem.
Well, you mentioned earlier, only one of those starting 5 has avoided the disabled list, and that's been Dempster. I mean, again, and they weren't that deep to begin with.
Garza has won his last 2 decisions, the 1-2 to Ramirez, and he goes down on strikes. 3rd strikeout for Garza. He's now retired 13 in a row. Well, next week on Fox Saturday Baseball, Joe Mauer leads the Twins into Chicago to take on these White Sox. Some of you will see the Braves and the Phillies. Next week's telecast of Fox Saturday Baseball presented by AT&T begins at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. Check local listings for the game and start time in your area. 2 away. Here's Alex Rios. Fouled out to the 3rd baseman Ramos Ramirez, his first time up. Pops this one up, and the catch is made behind second by the shortstop, Starlin Castro. A 7-pitch 5th inning for Matt Garza.
You're on the same flight.
We'll be on the same plane, regardless.
Yeah,
What was
we
your
need to
day?
work. Anything together? Do we know that?
Got it.
Thanks, Dave.
The big, brilliant, thin Samsung Infuse 4G. Only from the network of possibilities, AT&T.
Just because I'm a car guy doesn't mean I don't care about the environment.
I also care about doing things right. And what I'm leaving behind for the next car guy.
Introducing Valvoline Next Gen. Backed by the Valvoline Engine Guarantee Program, it's 50% recycled oil, 100% Valvoline protection.
This weekend only, Burger King is celebrating the 4th with the original chicken sandwich for just $1.04. Hurry in for a taste of a true American original. The original chicken sandwich, just $1.04. July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Only at Burger King.
Gather round, y'all. I'll sing you a song about our MVP, the amazing team mom. She rides on Firestones and always comes through, even been known to fix a boo-boo or 2. Firestone. From practice to the game and back again, her Firestone tires are a mom's best friend. One sweet way to ride, away or at home. Behind every great team, there's a great team mom.
Firestone. Legendary drivers need legendary tires.
Yes, I would have his babies.
Conan O'Brien.
God, yes.
Friend to friend. Ew.
I slept with someone.
If you keep talking, I'm gonna get out of the car.
I think the fact that I Oh my God!
I met a girl, and she is a game changer. I don't know what to do.
Definitely don't be yourself.
Take off your shirt. Seriously? It's like you're photoshopped.
When I
I told you that I had to work late, I really went to see the new Twilight movie by myself. And it was so bad.
Crazy Stupid Love. Rated PG-13. Starts July 29th.
Buck Saturday Baseball is sponsored by AT&T. Rethink possible. Welcome back to Wrigley Field. Kenny Albert, Eric Karros. No scores. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Cubs 0 for 4 today with runners in scoring position. 0 for 9 in the series. Matt Garza has not allowed a hit through 5 innings. And now Giovanni Soto leads off against Philip Humber. Soto intentionally walked back in the 2nd.
Well, and you mentioned the Cubs 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. 2 opportunities in the first 2 innings. 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Castro and then Soriano in the 2nd. Swing at the first pitch, ground ball, double plays.
The 0-2 to Soto. Humber missing inside. Soto on Thursday, a 3-run home run in the 13th inning to defeat the Giants. 0 for 4 in yesterday's game. Cubs with 3 hits today. 2 by left-handed batters. Humber this season against righties. An opposing batting average of just 161. Only 1 hit by a right-handed hitter today, and Soto goes down on strikes. 2nd strikeout for Humber.
Well, just frustrating as a hitter. Humber 3-2 pitch goes with the off speed. I mean, you're thinking, man, I'm hitting 8th in the lineup. I'm going to get a fastball right here. You know, Humber hasn't been crisp today, so you think he's going to throw a fastball, and what does he do? Pulls a string on you.
There's Garza with 1 out. Grounded to short his first time up. Strand 2 base runners. Garza also wearing Mark Grace's former number 17, and they also have the same initials.
Yeah, he picked Garza to go on the back, though. I don't think he picked the Grace.
Good decision by Matt. Garza and Humber both pitched for Minnesota, but they were not teammates. Missed each other by 1 season. And Garza once again gets the bat on it. And for the 2nd time, grounds out to the shortstop, Alexi Ramirez.
Well, both of these guys have pitched well, but they've gone at it in different ways. You know, Humber has not been that crisp. He's walked some guys, but anytime he got into a jam, he was able to make a pitch. Mentioned 3 double plays today. And on the flip side, Garza has just been flat out dominant.
Humber has induced 10 ground ball outs, while Garza has retired 14 in a row since the 1st inning walk to Morel. So 2 outs for Kosuke Fukudome, who was 1 for 2. Pitch number 73 from Humber. He is in for a called strike, 0-1. Philip Humber making his 15th start. Record of 7-4. Won only 2 major league games prior to this season. First round pick, 3rd overall by the New York Mets back in 2004. White Sox are his 5th organization. He was claimed on waivers during the offseason by Oakland. Less than a month later, the A's placed him on waivers, and what a revelation he has been for the White Sox. As Fukudome rounds out to Beckham. So through 5, we remain scoreless here at Wrigley.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Did the little piggy cry wee, wee, wee all the way home?
You're home.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Mrs. A.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Take care of your engine, and it'll go far. One way I can take care of my engine, One-A-Day Men's, a complete multivitamin for my overall health. Plus, it supports my heart health and helps maintain healthy blood pressure.
Whoa.
Kinda makes your heart race, huh?
Klondike presents 5 Seconds to Glory. Mark versus listening to his wife.
I was over at Jim and Nancy's today. Do you remember them? We had dinner with them a couple weeks ago over at Jill's house.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Now through July 4th, get more bang for your buck at Lowe's. Stop by and choose 18-month special financing on purchases of $299 or more. Or choose an additional 5% off every day when you use your Lowe's consumer credit card. And find spectacular savings on appliances. Now take 15% off all Energy Star appliances priced $397 and up. The savings are in the air. 4th of July weekend at Lowe's. Experience Lowe's. Let's build something together.
There are some baseball moments you just never forget.
We have a big 3-2 pitch coming here. Swings and a fly ball to deep right field. This is going to be a home run. Unbelievable.
Chevrolet is proud to be the official vehicle of Major League Baseball and equally proud to support these great baseball moments and the ones still to come.
Today's game, presented by AT&T, is sponsored by Chevrolet, proud to support youth baseball across the country. And by Geico, 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. What a day.
Beautiful day today. It started off a bit warm, but has cooled off considerably. Well, I shouldn't say considerably, but I'll tell you what, it feels a lot better than it did at the beginning of the game. You know, I thought with the way the weather started off that there would be a lot more offense. I thought the pitchers would be laboring a bit more. Again, with this change, pitchers have been dominating. They don't seem to be taxed at all energy-wise.
Strike one to the number 8 hitter in the White Sox order, Gordon Beckham. Fly to Fukudome and right his first time up. Matt Garza has allowed only one base runner, a first inning walk. He has retired 14 in a row. Fastball missing inside. 1-1 with the pitcher Umber waiting on deck. Grounded foul back behind third. Chicago Bears quarterback Jay Cutler on hand here at Wrigley. His teammate, place kicker Robbie Gould, will sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Middle of the 7th inning. And Fox NFL Sunday host Kurt Menefee in the ballpark as well.
Well, and how about talking to Kurt prior to the game when it was extremely warm, thinking, all right, I'll catch quite a few innings. Hopefully there's not something I have to stay around and watch. And you see Matt Garza right now, haven't allowed any hits yet.
Kurt, hope you haven't left. Of course, we told him that if you do leave due to the heat, you can always come back around the 8th inning.
Yes.
Can't leave a game early, Kurt. Come on.
Yeah, it's not L.A., right?
2 balls, 2 strikes. Beckham leading off for the White Sox. Top of the 6th inning here at Wrigley. It's only the second full count Garza has gone to today. Payoff pitch to Beckham. Ball 4, so the White Sox have their second base runner of the game after Garza had retired 14 in a row. Well, Fox Sports is proud to support Stand Up to Cancer in their work to fund groundbreaking research that helps accelerate treatment to patients. Stand up for someone you love. Visit standuptocancer.org/Fox Sports to learn more. And all of us in the Fox Sports family are proud to support Stand Up to Cancer throughout this 2011 baseball season. Umber lays down the bunt, and the Cubs get the out at first with Beckham moving over to second base. Juan Pierre, a couple of big hits the last 2 games for the White Sox.
Hey, yesterday the big 2-run triple. This is again in the 7th inning. Adam Dunn coming around to score. Juan Pierre had a big base hit in Colorado as well. You know, a lot of people have been talking about, should he be out there? And you know, they've got a guy down in the minor leagues. But Ozzie Guillen loves this man. Loves the way he comes to the park every day, the way he prepares, and really there isn't another leadoff alternative on this ball club.
Yeah, Ozzie has been a staunch supporter and defender of Juan Pierre, not only this week and this season, but throughout his White Sox career.
Well, and remember, he goes back to the Florida Marlin days.
That's right, 2003.
Yeah.
Ozzie was a coach on Jack McKeon's staff. Marlins won the 2003 World Series.
Hey, just keep that down there, Kenny. John Cusack, a loyal Cubs supporter.
Saying, take me out to the ball game yesterday.
Yes, he did. Shoot, any closer, he'd be in the dugout. Look at those seats.
Oh, 2 to Pierre in the dirt. So Beckham moves over to third.
That's a great job of base running by Beckham. You see Soto keeps it in front of him. But as a base runner, the minute you see the catcher drop to his knees, you're off. Beckham recognizes that. 90 feet away.
Beckham advancing on the wild pitch. Thrown by Garza. Now a 1-2 to Pierre, and he fouls it back. White Sox still without a base hit. Beckham walked leading off this inning. Sacrificed to second by Umber. And then moved to third on the wild pitch.
Well, and you see how they're playing the Sox defensively. Cubs are ready to cut off the run at home plate. Infield's in.
Fastball just missing inside. 2-2.
That ball's in, and you watch Soto move his glove over the plate once he catches the ball. And that tells us here in the booth and Gary Darling behind the plate it was a ball.
And now a base hit off the bat of Pierre to left field. Beckham scores easily. First hit of the game for the White Sox, and they take a 1-0 lead.
With the infield in, all Juan Pierre is trying to do is make contact. He serves it out to left field, drives in another big run. Watch Matt Garza. He is not happy, and he's not happy at Gary Darling. That's who he's not happy with. He thought he should have had a strike on the previous pitch. He's hot right now. He needs to calm down.
So Garza, who pitched a no-hitter last July 26th for the Tampa Bay Rays against the Tigers, finally allows a hit in the 6th inning. Kurt Menefee free to leave the ballpark. And Juan Pierre with a big hit for the 3rd straight game for the White Sox.
Well, and this is the pitch that Matt Garza wanted. And you can see this ball's off the plate, and you can see Giovanni Soto moves his glove, and he wants to call. You can look at it this way. The way that Garza has been throwing, and as good as he's been, he probably feels like he earned an extra inch or two off the plate.
The White Sox strike first here in the 6th inning on Juan Pierre's 23rd run batted in of the season. Pierre goes the 0-1 to Morel, base hit right center. Pierre on his way to third, and he will hold. Back-to-back base hits for Pierre and Morel. White Sox with a 1-0 lead have runners on the corners with only one out.
Morel does a nice job. Now watch Garza right here, Kenny. Look at this. It's like, oh, man, a guy on first and third. Okay, calm down. Get myself under control. Look, it's just a one-run ball game. There's no question he was very excitable after Pierre got that base hit.
Ball 1 to Adam Dunn. Dunn 0 for 2. Fly to right and struck out. First and third, one out, and now a visit from pitching coach Mark Riggins.
Yeah, and this is just a situation to come out and just, look, let's calm everybody down. It's only one run. Let's not open the floodgates here. Got to focus. You've got 3-4 hitters up. There can be some real damage done. But again, with the way Garza's thrown the ball today, nobody's really touched him. And again, that ball Pierre hit, he just, he served it out to left. It was a good pitch.
Garza had retired 14 in a row coming into this inning. A leadoff walk, a sacrifice bunt, a wild pitch, a single, then a hit and run single. White Sox manufacturing a run and looking for more. Fastball in for a called strike. 1-1 on Dunn. One and two.
You see Matt Garza just pounding the inner part of the plate, challenging Adam Dunn to get that bat head out in front. And he feels like, look, with that open stance, by the time he closes it and gets the bat head going, he thinks he can get in on him. Little surprised that he went off speed there. He went with a slider and tried to get that out of the strike zone, but again, two fastballs that he just threw in on Dunn's hands. And the way Adam approached it just didn't look like he had much of a chance. Again, the starts in the inner half and runs over. It just, I think maybe he calls that a bit high, but it looked like a pretty good pitch.
Garza did not allow a hit over the first 5 innings. White Sox with a run on 2 hits so far here in the 6th. Two-two, called strike 3. So Dunn strikes out for the second time today, 102nd time this season.
Really a great job by Soto and Garza. Set up Adam Dunn. Adam Dunn very cognizant of that inner fastball, that pitch on the inside part of the plate. And what does Garza do? He goes outside, just freezes Dunn. Dunn knows he can't do anything about it. And that's how you set up a hitter. You know, that's 3 months of frustration, and the tide will turn, but you know, it won't turn until you start getting some hits.
So with 2 away, here's Paul Konerko. First and third, 2 outs, strike 1. Konerko 0 for 2 today. Third in the American League with 21 home runs. Third in runs batted in with 62. Garza has already thrown 23 pitches here in the 6th inning. Only 49 pitches over the first 5. What do we always say week after week about the leadoff walk? Leadoff walk to Beckham. He has scored the game's first run.
Is that what we say? That
some of us.
They do. They come back to haunt you. It was a bit of a delay call there by Gary Darling, the home plate umpire. Paul Konerko didn't like it. Again, Garza is hitting his spots.
The 1-2, left field. Soriano comes in, makes the catch, and that will do it for the White Sox in the 6th. They score a run on 2 hits. They strand 2. 1-0 Sox, middle of the 6th.
Caller. Okay.
Hey.
You haven't left yet.
No, I'm boarding now. What's up?
Would you mind doing it again?
Last time.
Oh. Sweet.
The Chevy Cruze with the My Chevrolet app. The remote control car is finally here.
Minaj is just playing with us.
You know what you are? You're a social assassin.
I guess I am in a way. If you're gonna have a dog, you have to have a bag.
Really
because
sorry
the
about
dog
that.
without the bag, it's incomplete.
LOL.
Why not just laugh? You're verbal texting.
Are you really pushing my drink back?
Encroachment.
How often you have sex?
Why would you ask me that?
You disgraced my business.
You're not the center of the universe!
So you bungled the hit.
What do you know about social assassination?
I'm the one who named you a social assassin.
Dad? It's time. You'd be a really nice catch for somebody. Please?
Just for Men takes 5 easy minutes, targets only the gray hair, and can start something great.
Yes!
Just for Men.
You sprayed them. Thought they were dead. Shoulda used Roundup, America's #1 weed killer. It kills weeds to the root, so they don't come back. Guaranteed. Weeds won't play dead, they'll stay dead. Roundup. No root, no weed, no problem.
Gotta go get a soda. Be right back.
Santa, my man.
Making a Pepsi.
Pepsi?
Yeah, Pepsi.
But Mr. Claus, I thought you had to deal with,
I'm on vacation. I want to have a little fun.
Summertime is Pepsi time.
Naughty.
Nice.
He's still here. Kurt Menefee, host of Fox NFL Sunday, told us he was going to leave around the 4th or 5th inning due to the heat, unless one of the pitchers still had a no-hitter.
Well, and I think also the fact that the weather cooled down and he's got some very nice company there. And I wasn't talking about the beer.
No. Well, we'll see if Kurt does in fact stay until the end. On this late Saturday afternoon in Chicago, Darwin Barney has reached base twice today, walked in the first, singled to right center in the third. Cubs had opportunities in the early innings. 2 on, nobody out in the first, 2 on, nobody out in the second. A one-out base runner in the third. Cubs grounded into 3 double plays, including Castro and Soriano on the first pitch. Off the glove of Humber. Fielded by Ramirez. No throw. And the leadoff man Barney is on here in the 6th.
Well, Ramirez does a nice job to recover and get himself in a position to try to make a barehanded play. Humber knocks this ball down and just unable to grasp it with his bare hand. See Barney, the minute that ball hits off his glove, oh, that's it. I'm smelling a hit. I'm moving.
So an infield hit for Barney. His second hit today is on base for the 3rd time. Ball 1 to Starlin Castro. So the Cubs with the leadoff man on for the 4th time in 6 innings.
Now Castro looking to stay out of his 3rd double play.
Rounded into the 6-4-3 in the first, then the inning-ending 5-4-3 in the 3rd.
Well, again, remember we talked about the success teams have had running against the White Sox. You got Barney at first base, a guy that can run. I mean, why not just try something, try to make something happen.
Cubs only 28 steals this year, next to last in the National League. One to Castro, fouled back. Now 1-2. So Philip Humber, who did not allow a hit over the first 5 innings in his last start Sunday against Washington, pitching in the 6th with a 1-0 lead, and helped his own cause with that sacrifice in the top half.
Again, Humber's done a great job today. He really has. I mean, he hasn't been overwhelming, but he has grinded it out. It's a guy that it's always easy to go out there. I shouldn't say easy, but when you have your best stuff or when you're feeling good, you just go out there, you let it go, whether you're at the plate, whether you're out on the mound. But the real test is when you're not feeling well or when you don't have great stuff. What are you going to do to get you through the at-bats or the pitch sequences?
Two and two on Castro with Barney on at first. Aramis Ramirez waiting on deck. No outs, bottom of the 6th inning. White Sox lead the Cubs 1-0. Humber off the mound. Another infield hit for the Cubs. Second infield hit here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Well, again, now Humber a little bit unlucky. This is the second infield hit, but remember, we've had a couple of double plays. You know, and some of those balls are hit with runners on first and second. They go right to the infield. You see Castro, he sees it, he's running, he's legging it out. And again, Humber's been fortunate today. When he has gotten trouble, he's made pitches, but the ground balls have gone to the White Sox fielders.
So the Cubs with 5 hits today, 3 have been infield hits, including the Pena bunt.
Yeah, but this is the issue. This is the 3rd time runners on first and second, nobody out.
Ramirez at the plate, swings at the first pitch. As we saw from Castro and Soriano earlier, 0-1.
Well, you know, I don't have a problem with that. That Ramirez is as hot as any hitter. He swung at a pitch that's up in the zone. He's trying to launch one. You know, it's not just up there and I'm swinging.
The 0-1, Ramirez fouls it off to the right side. We take you back to the first inning. Castro rounds into the 6-4-3. Second inning, Soriano, 5-4-3 double play. And then Castro in the third.
And remember those first two double plays. Again, we talk about the first pitch, but the guys right before him had walked on 4 and 5 pitches respectively.
That's right. Now the 0-2 to Ramirez. He pops it up. A towering pop up. The first baseman Konerko calling for it, straddling the line. One away. Time now for a DirecTV game break. We take you to Cincinnati. Reds and Indians, top of the third. The starting pitcher for the Indians, Fausto Carmona, stumbles down the first base line and was forced to leave the game. The next batter, Michael Brantley, a 3-run shot off Homer Bailey. Indians 3-0 now in the 5th. And we have not yet received word on Carmona. We will pass along the injury report as soon as we get word from Cincinnati. Indians first place in the American League Central by a half game. White Sox only 3.5 back. So now 2 on with 1 out for the Cubs and Carlos Pena. Pena 1 for 2 today. The bunt single. Struck out his last time up in the 4th. There's Castro and first base coach Bob Dernier. Barney the runner on second. Back-to-back infield singles. Another towering pop-up. This one in shallow left center. Catch is made by the second baseman Beckham for out number 2. And with Garza watching from the Cubs dugout, his teammates are now 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position.
Well, you mentioned 0 for 6, 0 for 5 last night. We talk about this number that the Cubs have offensively with the runs, the batting average, the on base, all those sorts of things where, you know, they're near the top. They're not at the top, but they're near. They're respectable. But the bottom line is hitting with runners in scoring position has been absolutely non-existent this year.
.238 average as a team coming into this game. So an opportunity for Marlon Byrd in his first game back from the disabled list. Byrd takes a called strike, 0-1. Byrd walked his first time up, reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. Nothing in 2.
I'll tell you, when Umber's gotten into trouble today, he's always responded with good pitches. Since the runners first and second in this inning, he's thrown 7 straight strikes. Not a ball, 7 straight strikes. And you're talking the 4, 5, and now 6 hitter.
The 0-2 from Umber. It gets past Pierzynski. Both runners advance. So after the 7 consecutive strikes, the wild pitch allowing Barney to move to third, Castro to second.
Well, just trying to throw that off speed down and away. Holds on to it a little bit too long. Again, though, you've got first base open. You can toy around. You don't have to throw anything over the plate.
Oh, look out. He might need a batting helmet. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning here at Wrigley. And time is called by the home plate umpire, Gary Darling. Bird asking for time. Darling grants it. Now the 1-2 from Umber. Missing away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the ground to the third baseman, Morrell. Fires across to retire Bird, and the Cubs strand 2 in the 6th. We'll return to Chicago after these messages from your local Fox station.
You're watching Major League Baseball on Fox.
Edmunds.com says that Lexus holds its value better than any other luxury brand. J.D. Power and Associates ranks Lexus the highest in customer satisfaction. No wonder more people have chosen Lexus over any other luxury brand 11 years in a row. Get 2.9% financing on the 2011 RX 350. See your Lexus dealer.
Machines can't eat it, machines shouldn't make it. And that's just the way it is. The new hand-breaded chicken filet sandwich from Hardee's.
The John Deere Classic is coming soon, and you can drive home a winner in a new Chevy. The select Chevy dealers of Iowa and Illinois are providing new courtesy vehicles to be driven by the pros and sold after the tournament with huge discounts. This is your chance to save big during this special John Deere Classic event.
Hi, I'm Steve Stricker, and I want to thank the select Chevy dealers of Iowa and Illinois for their continued support of the John Deere Classic. Chevy is #1 in Iowa and Illinois.
See your select Chevy dealer.
Open the door, we're moving forward. Stay connected to it all with better broadband, entertainment, data, and voice technologies, and more personal service. Introducing CenturyLink.
Summer's biggest night begins with a world premiere preview of Simon Cowell's The X Factor. Then, baseball's greatest stars take center stage.
The 2011 All-Star Game, July 12th on Fox 18.
The Nate Berkus Show, Life by Design.
Weekdays at 4 on Fox 18.
Welcome back to Fox Saturday Baseball, presented by AT&T. Rethink possible. White Sox lead the Cubs 1-0. White Sox 1 run, only 2 hits. Cubs no runs on 5 hits. This afternoon starters, Matt Garza on the left, Philip Umber on the right. Garza 75 pitches over the first 6 innings as A.J. Pierzynski takes a called strike, 0-1.
Well, Garza's been the more crisp of the two, but to Umber's credit, anytime he's got into trouble, he's got himself out of it. Double plays, ground balls. I've really been impressed by him today.
And how about Garza? He retired 14 in a row from the 1st through the 5th.
Yeah, Garza just bad fortune. Give up the single to Pierre, but bad fortune more so because the offense, so many opportunities. Cubs 1 for 12 today with runners on base.
White Sox no hits over the first 5. A pair of hits in the 6th inning. The second baseman, Barney, one away. Well, tomorrow on TBS, the Midsummer Classic participants will be announced. It's the 2011 All-Star Selection Show. Check local listings. We spoke to Cubs manager Mike Quade, and he received a phone call from Bruce Bochy earlier this week, manager of the San Francisco Giants and the National League All-Stars, inviting Quade to Phoenix for the All-Star game as part of his coaching staff.
Yeah, he was looking forward to it, excited. His first opportunity to go to an All-Star game. You know, he brought up an interesting point. You know, the coaches being selected by the manager, but with the game meaning something and determining home field advantage for the World Series, he was saying the third base coach is very important, and there are third base coaches that are better than others, and those guys probably impact the game more so than anybody outside of the manager. Whether it's sending a guy, bringing him over to third, and he felt like that maybe there should be a vote for the third base coach.
A vote of managers and other coaches around the league.
It's an interesting idea, and it makes a bit of sense.
There's Jeff Cox, the White Sox terrific third base coach, who was very close with Mike Quade. They speak frequently throughout the season.
As much as I enjoyed watching Tommy Lasorda coach third many years ago and getting out of the way of that bat.
Left field off the bat of Alexi Ramirez. Soriano under it. Yes, Tommy tried to get out of the way of the Vladimir Guerrero bat. Well, through a nationwide vote, fans have selected the 2 finalists in the Midsummer Classics bracket tournament, pitting Cal Ripken's 2001 Swan Song against Stan Musial's game-ending home run in 1955 for the title of greatest moment in All-Star game history. Join the debate. Go to MLB.com/moments to place your vote for either Cal or Stan the Man. 2 away. Here's Alex Rios. Rios, a 2-time All-Star. 0 for 2 today. The All-Star game in 10 days. Tuesday, July 12th, right here on Fox from Phoenix, Arizona. And Mike Quade actually named to the National League coaching staff, replacing Jim Riggleman, who was scheduled to be a part of Bruce Bochy's staff. Riggleman, of course, the former Cubs manager who stepped down as manager of the Washington Nationals last week and was here at Wrigley yesterday and will be back here tomorrow. Now in our business, doing a pre- and post-game show on local cable.
Yeah, reading some material, said that he was going to be involved with that, but then afterwards head back home. And he said he's still wrestling with what's gone on, and not saying that he's uneasy about it, but it still keeps him up.
I would think he's gone through what took place in his mind hundreds and perhaps thousands of times over the last 10 days or so. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 7th inning, 1-0 White Sox as Garza delivers. Rios, ground ball up the middle, behind the bag, Castro. And that will do it for the White Sox, retired in order. In the 7th by Matt Garza. It is 7th inning stretch time here at Wrigley.
This weekend only, Burger King is celebrating the 4th with the original chicken sandwich for just $1.04. Hurry in for a taste of a true American original. The original chicken sandwich, just $1.04. July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Only at Burger King.
At Bayer, we're reinventing aspirin for pain relief with new extra strength Bayer Advanced Aspirin. It has microparticles, enters the bloodstream faster, and rushes relief to the site of pain. It's clinically proven to relieve pain twice as fast. New Bayer Advanced Aspirin.
Max and his son made their way homeward bound when mischievous rain dropped down, down, down. Safety was threatened by every roguish drip. They slipped and slid. They couldn't get a grip. Then along came the Michelin Man, reminding them the right tire changes everything. So with Michelin tires, rainy days weren't so tricky. Stop up to 29 feet shorter than a leading competitor with the Michelin tire. Michelin, a better way forward.
This is the network, a network of possibilities. In here, the planned combination of AT&T and T-Mobile would deliver our next-generation mobile broadband experience to 55 million more Americans, many in small towns and rural communities, giving them a new choice. We'll deliver better service with thousands of new cell sites for greater access to all the things you want whenever you want them. It's the AT&T network, and what's possible in here is almost impossible to say.
Hi, Ivan. I'm Kristen. Welcome. We're going to head on into the interview. All right, go ahead right in the front.
What's your favorite piece of technology in the car besides the engine?
It would have to be the sync. I use it every day, all the time.
What do you think Ford is doing right?
Striking a balance. You need to have the balance of fuel efficiency with today's economy, and you absolutely need that horsepower.
Do you think your car looks good in here?
Well, I think it looks good, but I think it would look better if I was in it.
Today's game presented by AT&T is sponsored by Michelin, a better way forward. And by Burger King. Get the original chicken sandwich for just $1.04. July 2, 3, and 4. Well, it is July 2nd. We come to you from Wrigley Field. Kenny Albert, Eric Karros, bottom of the 7th inning. Philip Humber and the White Sox leading the Cubs 1-0. As Alfonso Soriano takes a called strike, 0-1. Soriano 0 for 2, grounded into a double play and bounced back to Umber. Herb Menifee still in the ballpark. There's Jay Cutler, Bears quarterback. His teammate, place kicker Robbie Gould, saying, "Take me out to the ball game," just moments ago. One-two to Soriano. Missing inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Matt Thornton in the White Sox pen. Center field, Rios. 1 out. Time now for our Just for Men Keep Your Edge spotlight. Just as Phil Umber has given the White Sox the edge, you too can keep your edge with Just for Men mustache and beard. Umber has scattered 5 hits, has not allowed a run over the first 6 of the 3rd innings.
And I've said it all game long. What's been most impressive is his ability to make pitches when he gets into trouble. 3 different times, first and second, nobody out. 3 times, Cubs come up with nothing.
A no-hitter through 5 in his last start on Sunday. Has not allowed a run so far today. Matt Garza has come out into the on-deck circle. Giovanni Soto, an intentional walk, and struck out his last time up in the 5th. Umber gunning for his 8th win of the season. 6-2 over his last 11 starts. He's thrown 106 pitches so far today. Three times the Cubs have had 2 men on with nobody out. In the 1st, the 2nd, and the 6th. They have not been able to score a run. Cubs have had at least 1 base runner in every inning except the 5th, when Umber retired them in order. Payoff pitch to Soto, a called strike 3. 3rd strikeout for Philip Umber.
Well, this is a breaking ball on the outside part of the plate. Soto was hoping he'd get the call there.
Ozzie it out to the mound. So with 2 outs, here's Garza. 110 pitches, Eric, and that matches Umber's season high. Threw 110 back on May 26th in Toronto. Garza has grounded out to the shortstop, Ramirez, twice. Now 1-2.
Not messing around here, just throwing fastballs. But pretty consistent. You see, he didn't have any easy inning.
Back-to-back strikeouts of Soto and Garza. Through 7, 1-0 Sox.
Max and his son made their way homeward bound when mischievous rain dropped down, down, down. Safety was threatened by every roguish drip. They slipped and slid. They couldn't get a grip. Then along came the Michelin Man, reminding them the right tire changes everything. So with Michelin tires, rainy days weren't so tricky. Stop up to 29 feet shorter than a leading competitor with the Michelin tire. Michelin, a better way forward.
Blimey, why does everything from America have to be so big?
Come on, baby.
Mais c'est presque aussi gros que leur SUV. What are you supposed to do with it? Slice it and maybe share it amongst the team.
Taco Bell's new XXL grilled stuffed burrito. We start with steak, then add 3 cheeses, then add seasoned rice and beans, then add fiesta salsa and top it off with even more of your favorites. It's not just XL, it's XXL. Think outside the bun.
Select 55 from Budweiser. The superior taste makes it Select. The 55 calories make it the lightest beer in the world.
I like your messy hair. I like the clothes you wear. I like the way you sing. And when you dance with me, you always make.
We believe you're at your best when you can relax and be yourself. And at thousands of newly refreshed Holiday Inn hotels, you always can. Holiday Inn. Stay you. And now stay rewarded with vacation pay. Stay 2 weekend nights and get a $75 prepaid card.
Kathy, your voice sounds familiar. Have you ever won anything before?
No.
All right. Well, here's your question. What is the deepest lake in the U.S.?
Oh, boy, way to give me the hardest. Geography was never my Crater Lake.
You have just won an oversized chess set.
I have an oversized chess set, sorry.
Then how about an inflatable bouncy castle?
Yeah, I have that too.
I can give you an entire day with 70s rocker Edgar Winter.
You know what? Just give me another bouncy castle.
Only AT&T lets your iPhone talk and surf at the same time. It's the network of possibilities.
Phil Umber is not allowed to run through 7 innings, through a career-high 114 pitches. Retired the last 6 Cubs that he faced. And that will be all for Umber this afternoon.
Yeah, great job. And remember, he's also the man that got the sacrifice bunt down. Runner later scored on a Juan Pierre base hit.
Helping his own cause back in the top of the 6th inning. Now Garza facing Gordon Beckham, who led off that 6th inning with a walk. Garza had not yet allowed a base hit at that point. Beckham walked, was sacrificed to second by Umber, moved to third on a wild pitch and scored on a Juan Pierre single. And a base hit into right field off the bat of Beckham, only the 3rd hit for the White Sox today. And now Ozzie Guillen will send up a pinch hitter. Mark Teahen will bat for Philip Humber. White Sox lead 1-0. Top of the 8th inning. These teams have met in the regular season every year since '97. They have played only one 1-0 game. That was June 13th, 2010. Also, a 1-0 Cubs win in Game 4 of the 1906 World Series over the White Sox.
That's going back right there. That's going back a few years.
So 2 1-0 games in the history of this rivalry. White Sox won that 1906 World Series 4-2. But the Cubs did take Game 4 at Southside Park in front of 18,385 by a 1-0 score. Sox would then win games 5 and 6, 8-6, and 8-3. But a pitcher's duel in Game 4. Mark Teahen batting just .208. But he is 4 for 10 as a pinch hitter with 4 runs batted in. Longtime Kansas City Royal. Second season with the White Sox.
See Garza more ground balls and flyouts. Looking for a ground ball right here.
0-2 on the pinch hitter Teahen. Eric, the winning pitcher in Game 4 back in 1906. 1-0 Cubs win. Mordecai Three-Finger Brown.
There you go.
Two from Garza. Fastball missing low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Beckham leadoff single. Runner on first. Sean Marshall and James Russell in the Cubs pen. 1-2. Teahen got a piece of it. Cubs will have the top of the order due up in the bottom of the inning. Fukudome, Barney, and Castro. White Sox lead 1-0.
The problem is, though, the Cubs are going to go against a White Sox bullpen that has just been red hot. I think that's probably been the biggest difference from the beginning of the year to now, is the way that bullpen has been solidified. Remember Matt Thornton closing at the beginning of the year. Now Santos, the guy.
Teahen down on strikes. 5th strikeout for Matt Garza.
Well, Garza's just been flat out dominant today. I mean, bad luck is his offense not being able to score, but he's worked both sides of the plate. Fastball, off speed. He's made the hitters expand their zone. He's set guys up. You're talking about swings and misses on pitches that aren't even in the zone. And that's when you know you've got electric stuff. And I said he deserves better up to this point.
He's thrown only 96 pitches with 1 out in the 8th inning as Pierre fouls off the first pitch from Garza. Juan Pierre has driven in the game's only run with a single to left field back in the 6th inning.
Well, you say 96 pitches. He threw 26 of those pitches in that 6th inning.
That's right.
You know, he had a pitch that he thought was strike 3. Didn't get the call.
Juan Pierre at the plate. Pierre with the game-winning hit in each of the last 2 games for the White Sox. A 2-run single in the 10th inning to beat Colorado 6-4 on Thursday. 2-run triple in the 7th here at Wrigley yesterday. Beckham goes, and Pierre fouls it off to the left side, 0-2. White Sox looking to win their 4th consecutive game. They had one 4-game winning streak earlier this season. And a win today would even their record at 500 for the first time since mid-April. How about this? In interleague play, White Sox have won their last 9 series on the road. 18 of their last 19 interleague series overall.
Yeah, that definitely is some sort of number right there. You mentioned a win today will get the White Sox back to 500. You know, you have to get there. You get to 500, and then you start looking at the division. Start saying, who are we going to catch?
White Sox were 11 games under 500 on May 6th.
Yeah, and I think they've got a high ceiling. I should say a high ceiling. They've got a lot of room to improve. Offensively, obviously, that goes without saying. They can get Jake Peavy, continuing to build his strength. Get Danks back. The bullpen is really rounded out to form.
Pierre called out on strike. 6th strikeout. 2nd in a row for Garza. So the White Sox looking to get back to that 500 mark. 3.5 behind first place Cleveland. Royals have dropped to 5th place following their strong start. Twins inching up a bit following the return of Joe Mauer. And they will face the White Sox on Fox next Saturday. Here's Brent Morel with 2 away. Morel has reached base twice, a rare walk in the 1st inning and a single in the 6th. White Sox lead the Cubs 1-0. Top of the 8th inning here at Wrigley. 0-1 from Garza. Morel went around, 0-2. Beckham goes, pitch out, throw from Soto is in time. Garza has pitched 8. Top of the Cubs order will face the White Sox pen when we come back.
You sprayed them. Thought they were dead. Should have used Roundup, America's #1 weed killer. It kills weeds to the root, so they don't come back. Guaranteed. Weeds won't play dead. They'll stay dead. Roundup. No root, no weed, no problem.
Now we're hitting the road with the Pro Glide Challenge. Yo, my friend, come on down here. What do you think about that Pro Glide?
Yeah, this is great. Feels good on my sensitive skin. I don't feel like I'm shaving.
Fusion Pro Glide is engineered with Gillette's thinnest blades ever.
It feels like it's doing the work for me.
So it glides for less tug and pull. It was smooth.
This was fantastic. I'm having way too much fun with this razor.
Turn shaving into gliding with Fusion Pro Glide.
I'm a believer.
Be a believer! Yeah! Gillette Fusion Pro Glide.
You've reached the age where you don't back down from a challenge. This is the age of knowing how to make things happen. So why would you let something like erectile dysfunction get in your way? Isn't it time you talk to your doctor about Viagra? 20 million men already have. With every age comes responsibility. Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects may include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing. This is the age of taking action. Viagra. Talk to your doctor. See if America's most prescribed ED treatment is right for you.
Today's game presented by AT&T is sponsored by Viagra and by Gillette. Fusion Pro Glide turns shaving into gliding and skeptics into believers. Back in Chicago, Kenny Albert, Eric Karros, with the White Sox leading the Cubs 1-0, bottom of the 8th inning. 34-year-old left-hander Matt Thornton on in relief of Philip Humber, who did not allow a run over the first 7 innings. Kosuke Fukudome takes a called strike, 0-1. Thornton's 33rd appearance, represented the White Sox in the All-Star game last July, as Fukudome falls behind 0-2.
Remember, Matt Thornton started the year with opportunities as the closer, and always been that 7 or 8 inning guy. He just wasn't able to take hold of it.
A called strike 3, so Fukudome is now 1 for 4 as he heads back to the Cubs dugout. Help make a baseball moment kids will never forget. Go to ChevyBaseball.com to support youth baseball, plus enter to win one of 4 trips to the 2011 Major League Baseball All-Star Game and the keys to a new Chevrolet. Cubs skipper Mike Quade heading to the All-Star game, but he's been back in the Cubs clubhouse since the 2nd inning when he was ejected for arguing a call at second base. We both thought that Mike certainly had an argument.
I'm going to go a step further. Forget having an argument. He was right.
Absolutely. Two hits today for Darwin Barney. Let's take you back to the 2nd inning on the ground ball hit by Soriano.
Remember, this is 1st and 2nd, nobody out. You see Beckham, he's a good foot off the bag. Watch this. I got it, and I'm already throwing to first.
And that was the 2nd of 3 consecutive double plays in each of the first 3 innings turned by the White Sox. Cubs had 2 on, nobody out in the 1st, the 2nd, and the 6th. But have not been able to score a run.
Interesting note from Marty Aronoff. Just let me know that the Cubs, they've only had 1 ball hit out of the infield since the 3rd inning. And that was a Soriano fly out in the 7th.
Wow.
And you talk about pitching.
2-2 to Barney. Morel, long throw. Scooped by Konerko for out number 2.
Well, Morel's had a lot of action today at third base and fielded everything cleanly. Here he gets a little help from Paul Konerko. See the glove out, head down. Look at watch where his head is. Eyes are looking away, head down, just in case it takes a bat off. I see you working there, Paulie.
Whatever works.
Fine first baseman, has had an excellent career. I mean, really, he's borderline Hall of Fame. I mean, he really is. You look at just the consistent numbers that Paul Konerko has put up over the years. Won a World Series, been as important a player the White Sox have had in their history as far as what he does on the field and in the clubhouse.
4-time All-Star, 15 Major League seasons. Look at his all-time rankings in White Sox history. 2nd in home runs to Frank Thomas. And last year, at the age of 34, finished 5th in American League MVP voting.
Well, and I think it's pretty safe to say that he's gone about his career the right way.
Yes.
And that's what sets him apart.
First round pick by the Dodgers back in '94.
As a catcher.
Well, there was no room at first base. 3-1 to Castro, full count. Aramis Ramirez waiting on deck. Should Castro reach? Payoff pitch from Thornton. Just foul. Down the right field line. Castro an infield hit back in the 6th inning. 32 games with at least 2 hits this season, 4th in the major leagues. Another foul off to the right side. Matt Thornton on in relief of Philip Humber. Went 7 innings, allowed 5 hits, no runs. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if he gets the 9th inning. Who closes that out today? Santos having thrown 3 in a row as far as consecutive days. Ozzie telling us before the game he didn't think that Santos would be available.
Santos 18 saves and 20 opportunities this season for the White Sox.
And I think he's really been the key to the turnaround for this White Sox ball club, just because he was able to assume that role. It placed other guys in certain roles. You know, I remember a game where Lillibridge made a great catch in the outfield. There he is, down in the bullpen. Lillibridge made a great catch in the outfield, and Ozzie was asked after the game about his closer, and he said, "Yeah, my right fielder. That's my new closer."
Santos, the former shortstop in the minor leagues, has done a terrific job. 11th pitch of the at-bat. Castro down on strikes. So a 1-2-3 20-pitch inning for Thornton. We move to the 9th.
The new Droid Incredible 2. I could use a smartphone with social apps to stay up on what my friends are doing. And it's global, so I'll know what they're doing while they're doing it, even when I travel. I'll have to act surprised when they tell me stuff. I don't have a good surprised face. Maybe I can look up videos of surprised people on my new phone for reference. Yep, I really want that phone.
Upgrade to the new Droid Incredible 2 by HTC with global capabilities for only $149.99. Now on America's largest, most reliable high-speed network, Verizon.
If you think heroes are only in movies, consider this. Over 70% of firefighters are local volunteers. These are our neighbors putting their lives on the line. And when they rely on a battery, there are firefighters everywhere who trust Duracell. And now you can join with Duracell to help. Just buy specially marked packs, and Duracell will make a battery donation to local volunteers. These days, don't we all need someone to trust? Duracell, trusted everywhere.
On July 8th, I own you, you little runt. Thank you. Prepare for the movie.
Our lives would be easier if our bosses weren't alive.
Your boss doesn't want you to see.
Does anyone here kill people for money? What you just say? I didn't mean to offend you. My heart was in the right place.
About 5 seconds, your heart gonna be in the wrong place.
I'm gonna be your murder consultant.
It'd be awful if it was traceable back to us.
I don't even know your names.
This is Dale.
Don't say my name.
Horrible Bosses, rated R, starts July 8th.
This weekend only, Burger King is celebrating the 4th with the original chicken sandwich for just $1.04. Hurry in for a taste of a true American original. The original chicken sandwich, just $1.04. July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, only at Burger King.
Because I had a good teacher, I learned about more than cars.
Like responsibility.
Doing things right.
Dad.
Introducing Valvoline Next Gen. Backed by the Valvoline Engine Guarantee Program, it's 50% recycled oil, 100% Valvoline protection.
Summer's biggest night begins with a world premiere preview of Simon Cowell's The X Factor. Then, baseball's greatest stars take center stage. The All-Star Game, July 12th, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on Fox.
Top of the 9th here at Wrigley Field with the White Sox leading the Cubs 1-0. Here's Brent Morrell, who was at the plate in the 8th when Gordon Beckham was thrown out attempting to steal second for the final out of the inning. So another opportunity for Morrell. He'll be followed by Dunn, and then Konerko facing Matt Garza pitching into the 9th for the first time this season. That was pitch number 104 from Garza today. He's allowed just the 1 run on only 3 White Sox hits.
Well, he's done a great job today, and balls have not been hit that hard. He's kept the White Sox hitters off balance. He's moved the ball around. He's shown great control. You know, his biggest problem today has been the Cubs offense. Number of opportunities and unable to cash in on any of them.
Morrell, right field. Fukudome moving to his left, 1 away. Garza did not allow a hit over the first 5 innings. Retired 14 consecutive White Sox at one point. Time now for the Valvoline Next Gen Right play of the game. This was the first hit for the White Sox today. Top of the 6th, Juan Pierre singles to left, scoring Gordon Beckham, who had walked leading off the inning, was sacrificed over to second by Umber, moved to third on a wild pitch, and then scored on that Juan Pierre base hit.
Well, and you saw where that pitch that Pierre hit. I mean, it was out of the zone, off the plate a couple inches, low. I mean, Juan Pierre, great ability to put the bat on the ball. He's always had that throughout his career.
The 0-1 to Adam Dunn, who has struck out his last 2 times up, now 1-1. Juan Pierre, game-winning hit for the White Sox in each of their last 2 games. Thursday against Colorado, yesterday here at Wrigley. And if the score holds, it'll be 3 in a row for Juan Pierre. Cubs will have Ramirez, Pena, and Bird due up in the bottom of the 9th. Jeff Samardzija in the Cubs pen. One-two. Did Dunn go around? He did. Soto the first for out number 2. Strikeout number 7 for Garza. There have been 31-0 finals in Major League Baseball this season, most through 1st of July in 22 years. And as we mentioned earlier, there has been only one 1-0 game during interleague play between these teams since 1997. June of last year. Strike 1 to Paul Konerko, who is 0 for 3.
Well, you see Garza right there painting the inner half of the plate with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball here in the 9th inning. I mean, just great stuff today.
We mentioned this would be Juan Pierre's 3rd consecutive game with the game-winning RBI. J.J. Hardy did it for the Orioles last month. Last time a White Sox did it, Jermaine Dye back in August of 2008. Game-winning hit 3 consecutive games. Up the middle. Backhanded by the second baseman, Barney. But the throw pulls Pena off the bag. So the White Sox have a 2-out base runner here in the 9th. An infield hit for Paul Konerko.
You know, it's amazing. You're talking about going back to the Juan Pierre and the 3 game-winning base hits. You see Barney way back on the grass there. Might have had a bit more time to set and throw. You see Paul Konerko not even in your picture right there. But getting back to the Juan Pierre, the 3 consecutive game-winning base hits, the Cubs have yet to win 3 consecutive games all year long.
They've won 2 straight 9 times. And in all 9 instances have lost that next game. Here's A.J. Pierzynski. First pitch. Darwin Barney. So Garza goes 9. Trailing the White Sox 1-0. We move to the bottom of the 9th. Ramirez, Pena, and Bird due up.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when the stars up. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
As long as there are babies, there'll be Chevys to bring them home.
Max and his son made their way homeward bound when mischievous rain dropped down, down, down. Safety was threatened by every roguish drip. They slipped and slid. They couldn't get a grip. Then along came the Michelin Man, reminding them the right tire changes everything. So with Michelin tires, rainy days weren't so tricky. Stop up to 29 feet shorter than a leading competitor with the Michelin tire. Michelin, a better way forward.
This is the network, a network of possibilities. In here, the planned combination of AT&T and T-Mobile would deliver our next-generation mobile broadband experience to 55 million more Americans, many in small towns and rural communities, giving them a new choice. We'll deliver better service with thousands of new cell sites for greater access to all the things you want whenever you want them. It's the AT&T network, and what's possible in here is almost impossible to say.
It's me. I'm coming home.
When?
The days of industry. I know I'm not the only one. So I'm going.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Welcome back to Fox Saturday Baseball, presented by AT&T. Rethink Possible. Bottom of the 9th inning at Wrigley Field. White Sox over the Cubs 1-0. Matt Thornton threw 20 pitches. Retired the Cubs in order in the 8th. Now facing the middle of the order, Aramis Ramirez on the first pitch. Flies out to Juan Pierre in left. So Ramirez is retired. New right fielder for the White Sox is Brent Lillibridge, replacing Adam Dunn in right. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Terrific job by our entire Fox crew today. Our producer, Jeff Gowan, director, Jim Lynch, associate director, Eric Billigmeyer, associate producer, Andy Cavanaugh. Our technical producer is Craig Marlowe. Technical director, Simon Van Azra. Pregame show produced by Don Bowie. Thanks to Marty Aronoff and Ethan Cooperson crunching the numbers. Mike Eldridge here in the booth. Carlos Pena 1 for 3. 2 for 7 lifetime against Thornton. So for the Cubs, Eric, Matt Garza pitches 9 innings, allowing 1 run, only 4 hits. Cubs without a complete game so far this season.
Yeah, Matt Garza definitely deserves a better fate than the one he's looking at right now.
White Sox scoring the only run of the game in the 6th inning. Backhanded by the second baseman, Beckham. Terrific play. And Pena is retired.
You know, we can talk about the pitching performance of Garza or even what Humber did today for the White Sox, but you got to also give credit to this White Sox defense. I mean, they've been spot on today. Morrill at third, done a great job. Beckham turning him and ranging right there. They have caught the ball.
3 double plays the first 3 innings. And now the Cubs down to their final out. Marlon Byrd at the plate. Activated from the disabled list today. As the Cubs sent Lou Montañez down to AAA with the return of Marlon Byrd. Byrd 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th inning as Thornton delivers. 95 miles per hour from Matt Thornton. Looking to close it out for Philip Humber. One and two. Two balls, two strikes. Thornton to Bird. On the ground to the shortstop, Ramirez. And that will do it. The White Sox win their 4th in a row. Even their record at 500 for the first time since April 16th. Philip Humber wins his 8th. Tough luck loss for Matt Garza, who pitched a complete game for the Cubs.
Yeah, Mark, spit it out. Garza threw a great ball game today. I mean, really, even the pitch that Juan Pierre hit to drive in the run, it was an excellent pitch. Just did not get any run support at all from the offense. Again, the Cubs, first and second with nobody out 3 different times, come up empty.
Cubs first and second, nobody out in the first, in the second, again in the 6th. Unable to score a run. White Sox with only 4 hits defeat the Cubs by the score of 1-0. White Sox now 4-1 against the Cubs this season. Sox were 11 games under 500 on May 6th. They are now 42-42 as they win their 4th consecutive game. So Philip Humber now 8-4 in 15 starts for the White Sox. Matt Garza, who had won his last 2 decisions, terrific, but he drops to 4-7. Save number 3 for Matt Thornton in 2 hours 37 minutes. Juan Pierre with the game-winning RBI for the 3rd consecutive game. First White Sox to do that since Jermaine Dye back in August of 2008.
Yeah, Juan Pierre faced some adversity as of late too. You know, people questioning whether or not he should be out there every day, but he's answered the bell and done a great job.
Well, Matt Thornton did a great job as well, and he joins us from just in front of the White Sox dugout. Matt, 20 pitches in the 8th, a little easier in the 9th, I guess, for you, huh?
One thing I didn't want to do is walk him right there, so just keep on going after him, make him put the ball in play. And actually, the bad pitch he swung at a backup slider that I struck him out with. So good battle, but got him on that one.
Matt, talk a little bit about the change with your bullpen, the beginning of the year to where you guys are now, and just the unbelievable stretch that you're on and your dominance right now.
Well, I'm not stinking like I was in April, so that's the biggest part right now. You know, it's Sergio's been outstanding. He was so hot at the start of the year, hit a little rust bout about three weeks ago, and he came out of that real well. Jesse's been solid all year. Will Ullman, aside from the very start of the year, has been great. Bruni's come in and stepped in, and he's filling in some big roles for us and doing a great job. So, we're on a nice little roll right here, and just want to keep on going to the break.
And you've been sweet also, so let's not discount the fact. Give all the credit to everybody else, but you've been lights out. Are you more comfortable in that spot setting up, or does it really matter to you and you just got it going right now?
Yeah, the proof's in the pudding. I guess I'm not made out to be a closer right now. No, I'm just kidding. It's things didn't go my way in that situation. Early in the year, I had a really bad month in April. Like I said, Sergio was throwing the ball so well. You have to give him those opportunities to shut the game down, and we've been playing a lot of close games over the last couple months here. It's one way or the other. So it's just keep on battling, keep on going, and whatever they put us in there, we're ready to fill in.
Matt, congratulations on the save, the victory. Thanks for joining us.
All right, thanks, guys.
Matt Thornton with his 3rd save of the season for the White Sox, who defeat the Cubs by the score of 1-0. We'll return to Wrigley right after these messages from your local Fox station.
Fox and Major League Baseball are partnering to stand up to cancer.
I stand up to cancer.
Then you stand.
The statistics are alarming, but with your help, we can change that.
Cancer touches us all.
Together, we can fight.
And together, we can win. I'm ready to stand up and fight. Are you?
Fox Sports asks you to join our team and make a donation to Stand Up to Cancer to save lives now.
It's our pride in the red, white, and blue. It's our commitment that always comes shining through.
At Farm & Fleet, we're committed to helping you find value. Right now, save on Valspar Medallion paint and primer in one. It starts at $30.99 a gallon. A 4-pack of Sureline paint roller covers is only $3.49. And Energizer Max batteries, AA or AAA 8-packs, $5.49.
Edmunds.com says that Lexus holds its value better than any other luxury brand. J.D. Power and Associates ranks Lexus the highest in customer satisfaction. No wonder more people have chosen Lexus over any other luxury brand 11 years in a row. Get 2.9% financing on the 2011 RX 350. See your Lexus dealer.
Get ready to get sweaty.
Here we go.
Because the summer fun has just begun.
Everyone, act legal.
It's animation dominations. Summer sizzlation.
Funny words are funny.
Oh, it's even more stupid than you could possibly imagine.
It all starts Sunday at 7, 6 Central on Fox.
We have to keep going.
If we go in there, we can't come back.
We are at the dawn of a new civilization. We're starting over as a family.
We did the right thing coming here. Welcome to paradise.
There's a lot about this place you don't know.
Baseball's biggest stars take center stage at the 2011 All-Star Game. Live July 12th, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Only on Fox.
White Sox over the Cubs 1-0. Matt Garza joins Justin Verlander as the only two Major League pitchers this season to suffer 9-inning complete game losses. Juan Pierre, third consecutive game-winning run batted in for the Sox. Tonight on Fox, strap in, brace yourself for 2 full hours of Cops beginning at 8, 7 Central. Next week, Fox Saturday Baseball presented by AT&T returns at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. Check local listings for the game in your area. And don't forget, in just 10 days, it's the 82nd Major League Baseball All-Star Game live from Phoenix. Coverage of the Midsummer Classic begins at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, Tuesday, July 12th on Fox. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. For more information on today's game and the latest in Major League Baseball news, log on to foxsports.com on MSN, the world's favorite sports site. Both starters outstanding. Juan Pierre drives in the game's only run. White Sox over the Cubs, 1-0. For Eric Karros and our entire crew, Kenny Albert saying so long. You've been watching Fox Sports' exclusive home to the 2011 Major League Baseball All-Star Game and World Series.
Ryan Howard and the Phillies take on the Braves. Fox Saturday Baseball, telecast presented by AT&T. Next week. The 2011 All-Star Game in primetime. It all begins with the world premiere preview of Simon Cowell's The X Factor. Then, baseball's biggest stars take center stage. The All-Star Game, July 12th, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on Fox.
We are Fox Sports!
When your vehicle has great fuel economy and everything else you want, you're living life on full.
I drive a lot, and I need something fuel efficient, and I think this has the best of both worlds.
Really enjoying the bliss, letting you know there's someone in your blind spot, and it is fuel efficient. You don't have to spend a lot of money going to the gas station filling up.
Get the fuel-efficient Ford Edge with 0% financing plus $1,000 bonus cash and 2 years no-charge maintenance.
So why compromise? Ford lets you live life on full.
Want to win tickets to a River Bandits game? Fox 18 presents Rascals Run and your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets. Watch Fox 18 between 5 and 7 for Rascal running across the bottom of your screen. When you see him, log on to KLJB.com and be the first to tell us. 5 winners before the start of each homestand will win. The contest runs through the regular season, so there are plenty of chances for you to win. Brought to you by the River Bandits and Fox 18.
The Doctors Feel Good TV.
Weekdays at 5 on Fox 18.